Dude, the Jets have beat some weird teams, man.
Flukes.
They beat Dallas.
They should have beat Dallas.
Everybody should beat Dallas.
They beat the Giants. Giants is easy. I'm not saying
you're not making your case right now.
All right. I'm just saying they beat Dallas. They beat the Giants. The Giants have beat some teams. Beat Miami. Miami beat some teams. They beat
the Giants.
They won 3 games.
They won 3.
They won 2. They won one. I think they
won 3 games. So
they
far.
won 2.
The Giants.
The
Giants beat Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's won 7 games.
Yeah, and one of them was against the Lions.
Yeah.
That's true. Not taking that away from.
Right,
all I'm saying is that some of these teams, any given Sunday rule applies.
True enough. And
that's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. Like, the Jets could show up against the Bills.
Listen, I've had Le'Veon Bell this whole season on my fantasy football.
He's on my bench too.
It's pissing me off. I'm like, dude, but I get it. The offense is just,
Man, I'm in the finals this week in my fantasy league.
I got knocked out.
I better win this shit.
I lost. I don't like losing money.
I got to beat my Wilfred Brimley is my mascot. The guy with diabetes. You know? That my team name is You'll Die If You Beat Us.
You'll die. Yo.
Check out my team going in. This is my finals match. This is my squad. Go ahead and scroll through that.
Oh, you got Elliott, Thomas, Brown. You got
Is that a Titans? He got picked up by Titans?
Yeah, man, he killed.
No, that's not Antonio Brown. That's AJ Brown.
No, yeah, AJ Brown killer.
Antonio Brown's fucking nuts.
Adrian Peterson.
Oh yeah, we you already know I put y'all over y'all. So
nice little
start. I put them all the time. It don't matter.
Are we actually on now?
Yeah, we are now.
Nice little start, bro.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So
I'm ready.
First off, I want to say good evening to every single fan, follower, supporter. First time. About to get here, motherfuckers. I'm about to get here.
Well, damn,
We have been. It's just been amazing. It ain't even be downplayed. It surpassed the expectation, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. And it's because of everybody out there that's supporting us, and it's because of these incredible people that's behind me, the best co-host and staff on social media.
All that.
I'm telling you, and I told y'all, and I've been pleading with y'all to watch this show because you see he already commented already. But I've been waiting to get this guy on the show for a minute now. We finally did it, got him here. He said he was gonna come. He is here. I'm gonna make some funny joke because these some racist fuckers right here. These two right here. So I text them. I said, "Ed beat y'all here." They're like, "Cause he's white."
I was late on purpose.
Man, I'm so happy for him to be here. I'm gonna never do his own introduction, but I'm gonna let you know it's the White Dolomite. That's what he has titled himself, and I've been waiting for him. He's been another faithful person, man. Really faithful. We appreciate you, man. You've been faithful watching this bad boy. Consistent all the time. And when he said he was gonna come here, he came here. And I'm telling you, he pulled up. I'm telling you, what messed up is that when I went outside, I saw somebody in the commander just looking lost. And it was, he was like, I couldn't see shit.
Man, people don't pay their fucking taxes. Got no fucking street lights down here.
Oh, you in a black neighborhood.
I know it.
You can't talk about it.
But we talk about it before we do it. We can't have any. I ain't gonna have Jason sitting down here, or Freddy Cougar sitting down here. You know what I'm saying? Kill us, but
we got something for you if you do that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's cool. But hey, man, I appreciate you coming out, man. Glad you're here. And of course, man, I'm just gonna let my all my co-hosts do their thing. You know, let's go. Let's start, ladies first, cause we ain't seen her in a minute. That's Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She be killing zombies in the cemetery.
Okay.
We thank God for we thank God for Miss Carla because she killing. She's saving us, y'all. She's saving us from the zombies.
So whack. You so whack. Yes. I'm back. I'm Carla. Hope you guys enjoy the show. I've been absent because I've been working a lot, so I'm back.
Got me working.
Yes, go ahead.
Go ahead. What up, Joe? This is your boy Mac Reese, the Long Black Lagoon, this bitch. Jersey. I make sure I said it, piss Jordan off. I'm here with my tech alumni brother. When you graduated?
10.
10? Oh, so a year before me, fucker. So,
I think
yeah.
we started the same year, so
Man, you can tell this gonna be a good night. I told y'all this was a good
Listen. 5 years. 5 years is traditional, man. So fuck y'all. Everybody with the college know you'll do it in 4 years. So whatever.
Go ahead.
Fuck it. But yeah.
First of all, man, if you could do this the whole show, I would appreciate it.
Oh, man.
Please. Anyway,
Uh,
I had to give a little moment of silence for myself, man. It feels good to be here today, yo.
Oh, yeah.
I feel good. I look good. I mean, I don't know. I'm a blessed man. Can I tell y'all that?
There you go.
Either way, y'all know who I am. I'm Jordan, that light-skinned player. From the Himalayas, okay? We thank y'all every single time. No, we really do appreciate it. We are hitting 1,000 views like it's nothing, y'all.
yeah, for real.
And I made a post. I said, without showing ass and titties, it's hard to hit 1,000 views consistently.
nobody wants to see my ass and titties.
We do not.
Yeah, we
100% correct.
Exactly.
We doing it.
But again, we happy that you guys are here, that you guys are watching, tune in. It's going to be a great show.
Yeah, so we, man, like I said, we just so grateful. It really ain't no introduction. The world's nicest asshole, right here. And I mean, Ant, did you want to say anything before we get started?
Absolutely. If I'm following Jordan the Asian boy, it's only right to introduce the Caucasian boy. It's only right. So without further ado, it's a celebration to introduce the Caucasian sensation. It's true.
Kathy, you kind of brought up a little bit. I don't want to stay too much on it, man, because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. But let's go a little freelance right quick in our conversation. Let's talk about what kind of be dominating the airways right now. I don't know why, because it's getting like really boring to me. It's like let's get to 2020 November already. But the impeachment proceedings. First of all, I'm gonna get everybody a little viewpoint on it. We don't want to try to stick it out too much because we got some good stuff to talk about tonight. But first of all, just for all you beautiful people out there, I really don't think a lot of people understand what impeachment is, and there's only been 2 presidents that's actually, that Congress actually impeached. And impeached doesn't mean that none of them has been removed from office. Okay, one of them is Andrew Johnson. Okay. And the other one was Bill Clinton. All right. And outside of that, anyone who had anything brought up against them has been those 2, Donald Trump and Richard Nixon. Okay, so let's just get it out of there. Here y'all go. Let's throw this out of here right quick. Get y'all pass. I don't matter, man. You secure. I knew you was gonna do that. You ready?
I'm gonna take a historical quote on this.
Some more ass shit, Abe Lincoln. Hold it up there so they can see.
Famous historical quote on this one. Abe Lincoln once said, "Man, I gotta go to the theaters tonight."
For our last line, who actually? First of all, I think there's no way in hell impeachment is happening. Let's just stop that. I'm just being honest. I think there's no way in hell. I think this really is just look. Let's get to the election.
That's a formality.
That's my thing. Let's
mathematical certainty ain't gonna happen.
Let's just get to the election. Let's be done with this. It's like when I don't know if y'all sat there and had a chance to watch it today.
No.
I was in I was in the meeting, but when I was coming out the meeting, I saw they had it on there, and then everybody coming up. You got Republicans coming up. This is why I'm gonna vote for it. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Then Republican. This is why we're not gonna go. I'm like, you know what? I think we should start it all over again. We start chopping off some heads from top to bottom. We could just start this junk all over again. Because it's just so, to me, it's just getting so played out. Because it ain't really, everybody, one thing I don't like about politics, keep up with it all the time, is that you don't hear from half of these people until it's time for elections. Now you want to, this is what I've been doing, this is what I've been doing. But the impeachment, I think, is a waste of time. Let's get on, hey, you want to beat them in the election. If it happened to be the case. Just, let's go about it. Let's move on from it and be, because, I mean, it's slim pickings. It's like reverse of what we had a couple of years ago when we had a lot of Republicans that feel with Howard Kane, and, a whole bunch. I'm like, God damn, like, what the fuck y'all calling these retards at? And then the same thing when the Democrats came. Like, with this thing, like, it's just pathetic.
My favorite thing about this field for the Democrats is that the more people that keep coming out, there's people that are still coming out. It's because they look at the field and they're like, man, we still don't think none of these people can beat them. Like they continue to look at it and they're like, so Tom Steyer comes out and he's like, well, none of these people can beat him. Then after Tom Steyer comes out for a while, then Mike Bloomberg's like, well, none of you people can beat him either. So it's like there's literally like, I don't understand what the hell their strategy is, but now they're going real heavy down this impeachment thing, and they can clearly see that's a dead end.
So let me ask you this. I don't know if I'm cutting off the question. So from you being a Republican, who you think?
Well, hold up there, man.
Okay.
That's a bad assumption.
Yep.
But
I know it. I'm just
all right. See, there we go then. Identity politics. All right. But just to clarify here, I mean, this is my biggest pet peeve with this whole thing. You have something that's dominated. When we talk later about like the top influential figures of 2019, we'll get to that later. But the thing that's got me really butthurt over the whole thing is the thing that's dominated the whole year is that nothing has been done in Congress. The entire damn year,
There you go.
the people that we pay as our elected officials haven't done shit for their entire communities. And if you think of the amount of money that's been wasted in congressional proceedings time after time again between the Mueller report and all this other bullshit, and it's all going to lead to what? These impeachment proceedings that are going to lead to the Senate saying, nope, it ain't going to happen for shit. And then all it's going to end up doing is leading to the general election, and you're going to have all that time spent by politicians not doing their fucking job that we pay them to do. And all that money that's been spent that could have been put into programs to help people has all been flushed down the toilet for fucking fanfare.
Yep.
And then the politicians are going to go out and talk to the community and say, well, I did this and I did that and I did this, and actually all they did was fucking obstruct justice by doing nothing to help their people out.
Yep. On both sides.
That's the biggest issue.
On both sides.
Whether you're Republican or Democrat, I mean,
It's the same thing.
that's the same
And
thing.
let's not mention that while and all this bullshit that just happened, they just passed another budget to keep it going.
Yeah, that's exactly.
So that's more taxpayer.
And that's the point. Now you said it. It's a lose-lose situation where somebody ain't doing their job. It's like, let me be, a senator or state representative, because I like wasting time. I like wasting time. Because like you said, it's just, this was going to happen. It's a dead road. Same thing. The people, you vote people in the office, because basically with the Democrats, how they even got back the House, period, is because they played on both. Oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna be big on civil rights. We're gonna be big on this. I'm like, y'all ain't done shit. That's 2 years removed. Y'all ain't done shit. And this is my problem with politics.
That's a big thing that I wonder how that's going to play. Is how are the Democrats really going to go? I mean, and just to clarify, like me, I'm a conservative. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. But as a conservative, I'm really wondering how they're going to go as their battle cry into places and say, hey, we're going to try to play the race card. We're going to try to play this something, we're going to try to play identity politics and say, hey, we need the black vote or we need the Hispanic vote when at an all-time low you have black unemployment. You have the lowest Latino unemployment that there's ever been. Like, how are you going to play that card? Like, right? That's something I just don't get.
Where you going?
What I'm trying to say is that like right now you have the economy going where it's at. Like things are positive. You have unemployment
It's
at
not.
its low.
We're headed right back down, but
In what way? Where you think it's
we're
going
headed
down?
to another depression.
I can agree with that. I think as far as where everything going, as far as how the economy is, and especially like being in that process, it seemed like another year or two we're gonna be in that another depression.
Well,
I kind of agree with Jordan.
Is that by gut feel, or do you have any financial
The
metrics?
same exact things that were happening beforehand, where people are. These FHA loans were 1% down on these homes. It's the exact same thing that led to the depression in 08. That was leading up to
Okay.
it. You're giving people loans on homes they can't afford. But that's the American dream. You push them in there, they can't afford it. All right, sell it back. It's just a continuous process, and it seems like this stuff is gonna keep happening faster and faster. You know, back in the olden days, it was all right. You know, you had the first Great Depression, and then there were spaces of time between that. Now it's like, oh man, it's coming closer and closer and closer. Again,
So with regards to the FHA loans, like that's been something I've been researching a lot in particular. So I bought my house on an FHA loan. I put less than 2% down on it, right? And I bought a pretty nice home when I did. But the problem is I was making okay money, but I had potential with it. And so the thing is at that time, the economy was in the shitter, but it was growing. It was going in the right direction. So the reason I've been researching FHA loans is that, yes, they are handing out more FHA loans now than they have been in years past. But since the economy has been growing on the upswing, they're seeing a lot of people like how I was going back, 8 years ago, that are now showing promise, right? So they're in a similar situation. But I think what was the bigger problem was if you go back towards like the Bush administration era, which was, going back, obviously pre-Obama, that's when things were at their all-time level. You could say things were in their high, but were sliding down already. And they were starting to say, hey, let's hand out as many of these things as we can before the thing hits the shit.
same
right?
exact thing they're doing now.
Well, the things
Kathy
aren't
got a
sliding
good
down
one, y'all.
quite yet.
And she got a good and she had a good one. She said these figures come from the fact that they're not, I think she referred to unemployment, that they're not filing for unemployment and they're not, excuse me, yeah. It comes from the fact that they're not filing for unemployment. Well, I understand. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm going to say, let's say 50-50. I agree with you on that. But if that's the case, it's always going to be like that.
Yeah.
It's always going to be like that, no matter who's in office. And we got to understand that when it comes to politics, because I agree with both of these saying, when it comes to politics, is that it's bullshit. It's just one is trying to polish the turd a little bit more. Let's put a little bit more shine on the turd. So whoever is mainly like kind of over in command, they're going to highlight some aspects of it. Just like, when they said when Obama, it was the employment rate was dropping, it's because they couldn't file anymore. They were done. It was over. So that's the pound. Now you do see job creation. Everything is relative to compare to what it is. But what I would say is that the biggest problem that I think is it's never going to be the president. I'm sorry. The president is the front man. One of my favorite movies is Casino.
Dope movie.
Oh, and in Casino, they had a front man. My man was green. He was the front man. They didn't know what he was doing. He was just the front man. While people behind the scenes did it. The president, that's his job. He's the front man. Congress run this bitch. It's always been this way, and it's always going to be that way. They don't have a limitation for how many terms they got to run. They vote them in there as much like boom, 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 get them back in there if they win. So I think that's the problem where it's going to have to come to vote. You got to see if the person that you're voting in is really representing what you believe and what you value. And if they not, then make them pay by not voting for them. It's just as simple as that. People try to make it harder than what it is.
And that's where research comes in.
Yeah, that's right. If you don't research, you got to research it more than you research The Voice or American Idol. You know what I'm saying? Or any other show that you put in and voting for 10 times in a row for things. It's got to be stuff more important. Just stop going by being entertained. I mean, it's only your damn future, right? But let's get into hell yes, hell no. Just in case, hey, I think you know how to, you've seen this enough, right? Oh, hell yes, hell no.
Oh, here you go, bro.
Right.
We got some good questions. I'm having Nicole over there because I know, Cole, I got a good one for you. I got a
Do it
real
now.
good one.
You got a good one?
I got a good one. To start off, hell yes, hell no.
Bring it on.
I got a good one.
Okay, what you got?
We're writing these down.
Yeah.
Yup, yeah, either hell yes or hell no.
What you
First
got?
question. Ready?
You got a good one.
Now.
Let's hear it.
I like to start off the last part of the year saying, I'm so happy for all you young couples that tapped the knot this year. That is really sweet. It's really nice. But
Preach.
it's shown that we ain't talking about divorce, but we talking about the new highest level right now when it comes to statistics is single. It's the big no. They say single is actually the new family. More people say, I'd rather be by myself than be in a situation where I feel hopeless. Do you agree that it might be, and see, I got some people up here because we got 2 married people up here.
Ah.
Do you think that, in the terms of what I just said, when it says single, the mindset of most single people is, I'd rather be single and happy than be with someone and feel hopeless. Do you agree with that? Hell yes or hell no? From the single
That's
standpoint.
so direct though. You know, it's single happy or together and miserable. That's
Or,
you know.
I'll put it a little back, because I know Jordan. Okay. Do you think it's more benefits to being single or being married? It's more beneficial to be single or married.
Hell yes or what? Hell yes or no?
Yep. Do you think it's more? Do you think being single is better than being married? Benefit.
Damn, that's a good question though. But damn, you think about it like this. Cause let's say something.
Is it more beneficial to be single than married?
It depends.
Oh.
You know, you really can't answer that like hell yeah. No.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Say no.
Is it more beneficial?
Because you
No,
had
we're
a
talking about
man
as a
married.
whole, everything. Weigh it out, Ed.
That's a
Weigh it out,
tough
you 2 married husbands.
My wife is watching this shit.
I mean, shit though. It's 2 sides to that though.
There we go. Hey, if you out there, hey, y'all can answer it too.
I'm gonna say it's
Hell
2
yes or
sides
no?
to it. I can't say yeah, no.
We ready, man.
It's 2 sides
ready?
to it though.
Ready? See, I got some married people
I
here
can't
that's
say
coming.
that it's 2 sides to it.
No, you gotta
Yeah,
pick
say what
one.
it is. Come on, pick one. Ain't no other fifth.
I got my side.
Or hell
I
no.
got my side.
Right now, it's, yeah, you better.
Let's start with the single folks. Let's start with. Come on, Cola, Miss
I'm
Cola.
confused. Okay.
Jay,
Let's
let's go.
start.
What is it? Is it more benefits to being single
Uh-oh.
than being married? Hell yes, sir.
Hell yeah. No,
Ooh, you
listen.
gonna get that ass.
First
Keep-
of all,
you get,
when my girlfriend watches this, understand. I'm not
People-
saying marriage isn't beautiful and love isn't amazing and all that.
Explain that.
What I'm saying is,
You're sleeping on the roof.
when a man or woman is single, there's a certain focus that you have. You can focus on just you,
That's
get
true.
you where the hell you need to go, and not have to worry about anybody else. Marriage is beautiful. I love it. Oh, Lord. Every time. Aren't you supposed to be doing something? What I'm saying is, again, from a focus standpoint, a lot of men lose focus when they have a wife, and it's tough because you have to. You got to worry about yourself. You got to worry about her also. And women are distracting. Not to knock y'all, but it is true. Like, yo, we got to go here. We got to do this. We got to do all of this stuff. And it's just tough. It's tough. I'm not saying that it can't be beneficial. I'm saying when you are single and you can be singularly focused on yourself, it can be very easy to accomplish things.
You know what? And I don't
got
have a
good
board.
point.
I don't have a board.
Man,
He got good
I have a
points.
board, but I'm gonna tell y'all,
It's a hard.
I'm in a relationship, been married too,
Yeah.
and I say hell yes.
okay.
And this is why. It's everything that he was just saying, and this don't mean that I don't want to be married,
That's
I don't want a relationship. It means the benefits.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna tell you why. With single, a lot of that stuff, you know, what Joe was just saying about a man hold his own responsibility. He's responsible for himself. He ain't trying to figure out the other person's happiness. He ain't trying to figure out what they got going on. They tripping and everything else. They're doing everything else. What I've noticed a lot of, and it's just like one of my favorite songs with Ludacris. He said a lot of guys mess up their life because they trying to put on for a woman when they ain't ready yet.
Period.
So
that's true.
And I think women too, because I've seen women that it'd be like just the opposite. So I just think, now I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm saying that aspect, the beneficial part aspect of it is a little better when you sing.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's some physical, am I saying that right?
Physical.
Physical.
This motherfucker here, bro.
Physical benefits
For sure.
that marriage that are really good. You know what I'm saying?
You messed
But-
it up because you kept saying.
I know I kept saying I could have just rolled with it, but I had to be. I had to admit I just kept rolling with it. But anyway, we want to marry man.
I
go. Oh,
Wait, but he said single people first.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
No, maybe a little bit.
I said hell yeah.
Okay, there we go.
I said hell yeah. But I was gonna explain like you just said like. But when you get married, I feel like when you marry and it's good, then it's good. And then when you single, yeah, it is better to focus on yourself. That's what I'm doing, focusing on myself. So I get that. But I've been married too, so marriage was good. So it, you know, when Rick be watching the show.
Niggas getting in trouble. I told you I was going to get in trouble.
We gonna be real. Me and him be real. He know our marriage wasn't good. No, but it had good parts. And we had bad parts. We was married for some years, but we had good parts. We had bad
How many?
parts. One.
I mean, you said some years. I mean, asking why you asking me.
Our marriage wasn't good. 13, 14 years.
Damn, that's a decade.
Yeah, we met. I was 15, so yeah.
Damn.
We got all our kids together, and then we got our first grandchild. But yeah, so I see both parts of it. Like I'm living the single part now, so dating is fun though.
Where you want to go? You will, y'all?
I need to hear these.
Go ahead.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You don't have to explain if you don't want to.
I know, I'm explaining.
You gonna get
That's all I'm not gonna get
he
fucked
going
up.
down in the you going down.
So I say hell yeah because, like I said, everything that George said hit the nail on the head, and I'm gonna just go ahead and add to it. Even when we had our last show, and we were discussing about acrimony, once that man was married, he has an obligation to his wife and his family.
Obligation.
So his dream was no longer his priority. When you're single, you can focus. You don't have an obligation to focus on anyone else except for your children if you have it.
Yep.
But when you're single, it's
Direct focus.
you got to, or else you know what I mean. Whatever you have, like once you get married, whatever you have is like kind of it don't exist anymore. Just like a superhero can't be married because you no longer be a superhero. You gotta think about it for real. Batman not married. Superman not married. Goku's a horrible father. If you watch Dragon Ball Z,
That's because he's a dumbass.
but still think about it. Goku, hey, but
Goku's a straight
Goku's he's a retard as far as basic intelligence, but in fighting he's a genius.
Okay,
In fighting he's a genius, but think about
He does got ADD though.
Are we talking about the marriage or we talking about cartoons?
but just to relate and think about, like I said, superheroes can be married because you know what I mean.
Can't have that explicit
Yeah,
focus.
you can.
It doesn't work out.
You gonna stay the world
Tonight.
or go home to
You
your
know
or
you
go home to
on
your
the
wife.
couch tonight, right?
No, not if I'm being real. Like I
You
said,
know we on the
I
couch
listen,
tonight.
no, hear me
Something
out.
about that marriage.
Hear me out. I would rather be married to Crystal. I love her
There you
more than
go.
anything.
Clean it up.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm saying as far as
Mop this
being
shit up.
being better. Like, hey, if I want to be a teacher, let's say I want to start being a teacher, they don't make much money. You know, a few years later, I can make enough money and have a family, be stable, be happy with what I'm doing. But as of right now, trying to build to something and have a family is very difficult. So right now, it's
You
better
can't
being
take
single.
that shit.
Exactly.
I got
Exactly.
Well, white Dolomite, let's hear what you got.
He gonna say him.
Everybody talking about all this go-to shit. Be a super saiyan in the bedroom, man. That's what
I'm also instinct in that bedroom, boy.
I do.
I'm telling you.
I take care of turn.
So my answer is very clear. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I
Super
wrote
Saiyan God.
hell no. And I wrote, honey, I love you, don't kill me. Because that's why I also wrote, hell no. But let's give a quick answer as to why. It's very simple. I love being married because I can tell you, being single, in my opinion, it sucks because I can't tell you how many times I went out with girls trying to find the right girl and just being terribly disappointed about what is actually out there. You meet some shady ass bitches all the time. And I'm telling
What
you,
water, bro?
I'm just saying, everywhere I go, I'm running into people that you talking about their moral character sucks.
Yeah,
and you're like, man, I don't know what skeleton's going to come out of the closet next, but when you find somebody that you can actually gel with and spend time with, and not to mention let your guard down around and be like, okay, like, I can ask this person to bring me some toilet paper when I run out. Like, this is a person that I can be totally vulnerable with. Like, that is somebody that really is rare. Really, really rare. So now you're like, hey, I'm willing to put a baby in this person and share my life with that person. Like, forget about all the tax benefits, all that type of stuff. None of that stuff really matters. I mean, when you talk about the amount of money you spend on that woman or she spends on you, that tax benefit don't mean shit. All right, so forget about all that stuff. So, just being honest, just the anxiety of going through life alone honestly kind of sucks. So just being home when if you're feeling like shit or if you're sick, having somebody that can have your back, that can be there for you, having somebody that if you are to raise kids that can be on the same level playing field. Like I said, if you go through all those dates and you wade through all those shitty people and you can find somebody that you're level with, man, that's in my opinion way better than being single.
All right,
Can I interject real quick?
Go ahead.
All I want to say is, every single thing that Aunt mentioned was, the warm and fuzzy feelings, the emotional, the long-term life goals type thing. When I think strictly financially, I'm like, no, being single, that focus, you know what I'm saying? Single is beneficial. Again, you need everything else when it comes to marriage. Exactly what Aunt was pointing out. But again, that single, having direct focus, that's a big benefit.
Well, I mean, that's if, like I said, we're just talking about money, but then money will equal happiness neither.
No, I'm just saying.
Well, no,
I get what
you're
you know what I'm
saying.
saying? The separation of those things. When you do bring that woman on, it is harder.
Well, the thing is so no, you bring up a good point, but I play that two different ways though. I was gonna take my career in a different direction than I did. So if I was gonna play it that I wanted to go the single route, I was gonna play my career differently too. That I was gonna chase the money, go hard at it, and go towards an earlier retirement, which meant a little bit more into the playboy lifestyle too, though, right? You ride that single life. I'm not saying that's a bad lifestyle too.
I'm good now.
I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with that lifestyle though. But the thing is that there's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is I made a cognizant choice though to say that I was going to go into a lifestyle where if I met somebody that was to come along, I wanted to have a career that would allow for that to happen. And so what if I retire? It takes me another 7-8 years to retire. That meant that I spent whatever my working years of life are, 15, 20, 25 years, whatever it is, but I can spend those working years of my life with somebody I really care about instead of being alone doing that hustle, right? So, you can, I'm not saying that if you're single you can't be happy as hell, but you can be happy as hell alone. You can be happy as hell though, just, and later on in your life, just have nobody to recall all those memories with. All those bitches that came along, they'll long be gone, right? They won't be nothing, and you'll just be sitting there and you're, on your front porch and talking to yourself about, man, those were some bitches.
But that's what I say. It's like both. Like you can see like really both sides. Like when I live both sides, you can see both sides.
That's all I'm saying. I mean,
you can see both sides.
It's whatever you want for you. I'm not. I can't hate on it either way. I made a choice, and luckily, with Mac and I both got the education we wanted where we could make that choice, and and we both made a common choice, right? Which is good. But I have friends of mine that made the different choice, and you know what? They're happy as hell, and some of them were straight up with me that, you know what, they never wanted kids. That wasn't part of their future. And so the fact that they didn't want kids meant that they also didn't really want marriage. And some of them, that doesn't mean that they're not in relationships, but they honestly are okay with casual dating, and they meet up with people to hang out and have sex, to be honest with you. And they do that whenever they feel like it, but it's a different strokes for different folks.
Different strokes, different folks, and you can stroke it to one or stroke it to many. Next one is go right into it. Is about kids. Hell yes, hell no. Real quick one. A lot of people, especially a lot of men, but women too, I found out too after talking to them. Some people are very obsessed with leaving a legacy. The question is, do you feel, is it a definite hell yes or no, if you don't have children, that you feel that you haven't left the legacy that you want? If you don't have children, do you think it's a necessity for your legacy to have children? Hell yes or no? Does that affect your legacy? Now let's start. Let's shoot. Let's go. Let's start with. Go ahead, Mac. Flip that bad boy. See what you got.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go, everybody. Before you even explain, let's go. Everybody flip. Hell no, but I'm lucky I do. You said hell no, yes or no. Okay, she playing up the rules.
She always in the middle, man. We gonna have
Not
to
always.
decide.
But certain, because you can't help you see both sides of it. How much you want me to say?
You can see both
You know what? This is why, I can't even wait to go last because I want to make it quick because I want to get to our topics. But reason why I said for myself, and I said no, that is not critical. And this is the only reason I said no, this is part of it, is because there's been a lot of great people that made lasting impressions. They weren't married and they didn't even have no kids. One in particular was George Washington Carver. I mean, I don't want to do that because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, after, shooting the bone, my bones turn to dust, that, my legacy is going to be my bloodline. That's how I feel. But I understand there's been some great individuals that came along and done some incredible things because you can go through life, you can touch so many people, you can do so many things and have such a positive influence, and that'll be a legacy to some people. Like, man, this individual helped me right here. This individual helped me right here. So I think it's a possibility. That's the only reason I say no, even though I'm in my own belief, I need to have my kids. You know what I'm saying? I believe my daughter, you know what I'm saying, and, is my legacy going in this bad boy. So I'll just leave it like that. And then we can just go around and run right quick.
I say hell yeah because, I mean, I'm biased as hell. I need a son. I told my girl I'm keep pumping her with cum until we have a son. Like,
I'm done.
If we churning out kids at some point when we get married,
Fuck that.
like, all right, girl, we go until we get a son. And she only guaranteed me one child. I'm like, we gotta work on it. So I need a junior. I need a junior because I want.
Hold for this guy.
I really wanna. All the things that I'm gonna learn and that I'm learning through life, I want to give to him, and I want to craft him like, yo, I didn't know these things. I'm putting you here. I want you to be so successful and so well-rounded, and then I want you to pass that down, and then pass that down, and then pass that, and pass it, and pass it. Like, man, the Robinsons, they was good family. They came from good stock. That's something I don't want, man.
You can't do that with your daughter?
I can, but it's not.
It's the same.
It's not.
Hey,
It
listen,
is the same.
I got girl, I'm done. Fuck that. Because I get another girl,
Boy, pop one more, man.
fuck that.
Roll the dice.
Man, you want to take care of it? But no, I said, Uncle Jordan, take care. I say hell yeah because, like even going with Randy's point, there are people that aren't biologically, related to you that will leave a legacy in your life or feel like you left a legacy to you. But at the same time, I feel like your nobody's gonna take care of you better than your family. I feel like your family will take care of your legacy more than somebody who's not your family.
I'm listening.
Think about it. Like if you leave a legacy to a stepchild and you leave a legacy to Rihanna's gonna take pride in it more because you know, you're her father versus like this person, you know, versus
Namesake
we
means
can-
something.
Yeah, it's like, think about it, like, you know, Rihanna's seen everything you built, and it's like, okay, I don't want my father's legacy to go out and drink for somebody. Okay, well, you know what? Hey, I love Randy, but you know, my life is my life. Her life's more important than her legacy.
Forky flip
Yeah, I was about to say that.
flip flop though.
But-
you really can't say what you can't say that because you really can't say what that child might do. He might be a very good influence in that other child's life that he didn't birth, that he didn't have, but he stood up and became a great dad to that child. So you don't know how that child might fit.
I consider that, but what I'm saying is that basically, like it's okay.
I'm just saying that sometimes you have namesakes that fuck ups.
Yeah, I'm saying like you can't say that.
But what I'm saying is, but to answer the question is that basically, if you have your child and somebody else's child who's gonna take care of your legacy better, I feel it's gonna be your child. So like, if I want to pass on my legacy,
But you can't say
I agree to disagree on that.
Yeah, because you can't
I
say
agree
you
to
can't
disagree
because you don't know what a person going to do. So you can't say because they came from you that they're going to.
I'll give you a really good example. You ever seen the movie The Ten Commandments?
That's what I'm saying.
Moses was not flesh and blood Pharaoh's kid in the movie. I'm talking about the movie, okay, motherfuckers? Because I don't want people to know, that's not. No,
I was just about to say that.
I was about the movie.
Not in the Bible.
The powerful part about the movie is that Pharaoh loved Charlton Heston way more than he loved his own son, because he was like, I know he gonna take care of business because he shows it and he does it all the time. He even regretted, even on the deathbed. He's like, yup, I miss him too. He hated giving this giving power over to his son. Oh my God.
But what happened though? Moses got the hell on. It was like, ooh.
Exactly, but then
But that's only because he found out what he was. But we saying
It don't matter. My son would have been like, damn, you wrong, Dad, but I gotta
don't know what a kid would do.
I think it still doesn't answer the question. Like I said, I feel like your child will protect your legacy. Like if we're gonna say, basically, who's gonna protect your legacy more is gonna be your child.
I
know you got that.
I know you got proof. Like
it can be back and forth.
I know
I
can, but if I'm
a random person can believe in you. What I'm saying is,
You want it to be your child.
That's all it is. My personal opinion.
Yeah, you want it.
I want it to be my child.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you go ahead, man.
I mean, these are all great points. I think just one of the best points so far is just because the child has your namesake, it really doesn't mean too much. And I think as a good point is The Godfather. In the movie The Godfather, there's several sons that the Godfather has, right? And when of course, the oldest one dies, but when he has the chance to hand over the family, he skips one of the sons, and he hands the family over to the other, just because the one is just not capable. He's not the right one, and that's sometimes how it goes. So like for me, I put hell no, and you know, like I have a son, and I'm really lucky for that, and I share a bond with you in the sense that, like for me, I really did want a son, and I can tell you that there is something very special about it. Now, with that said, if I would have got a daughter, I would have loved her all the same. There's no doubt about that. If I would have got 2 daughters in a row, I would have been, yeah, that's great. You know? And then would I try again? I would try again to get number 3, and if it was a boy, I'd be elated, and that would be it. But I'm not making a basketball team. That's done, right? But I'm lucky now that I got a boy. That's really what I want. But was the namesake part of it? Yeah, I can understand a piece of that. But to be truthful, I got people in my family that have the namesake that are complete pieces of shit. Right, and I'll be real honest about that. So for me, one of the reasons I put hell no is my legacy that I'll leave behind is in many ways. It's about the way people will talk about me. I think is the way that I care about the people. Remember the things that I've done for them, the ways that I've helped people bring them out of certain situations, and then the other thing is like a piece of pride that I have is I bought a piece of property that I have that I hunt on, right, that I've made available for other people to hunt on. And not just hunt, but, you know, that people wanted to camp there or bring their kids there to camp and whatnot. Like, it's a beautiful piece of property. And that property will long outlast, unless somebody sells it, will long outlast me, long outlast my kids and stuff like that. And it's something that I've beautified in a way that really represents me. It's something that if somebody was to know me or know who I am, and they were to walk that stuff and be like, holy shit, you know, Anthony would really like this place, right? So in terms of my legacy, do I really absolutely need a child to make my legacy live on? I do not. But can I fully appreciate that position? Yes. But the problem is like, what happens if your child becomes Jeffrey Dahmer or John Wayne Gacy, right?
And then
Don't claim his head.
I'm not,
see,
well, the thing is,
my
that
child
they'll still
kill
be
you,
your
But
child.
then, there we go.
Still be your child,
That's people.
right?
That's the a couple things that they were just saying there.
Yeah.
It was open. That's why I said somewhere in the bloodline, somebody's related to Hitler.
Somewhere.
Nicole.
Somewhere.
You know, you know what I mean? So it's somewhere, you know, somewhere down the line, somebody's related to somebody that's been such a screw up and been so this and that. So I think that in life, real talk, it's just that you got to walk it out. You got to walk it out. So that's why I'm saying I agree with you when you talk about the leg, because you got to walk it out. No matter what happens, you, like you said, you hope. Or hope seemed like such a begging word to me. You know, Mister, you would put trust in that your kid to do the right thing. You know, so many, like, you got these big companies, like, you trust, man, do it right. Don't put it down. But sometimes it don't. And sometimes you gotta go to the person that's gonna do it better. Like, you know what? I see you got more care about it than this and that. You know what I'm saying? No matter if it's a step. That's why I'm always careful about using that step word. I hate that, because that to me breeds separation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I was just saying, like, whoever it is, I'm like, I think that at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, when water boil, good stuff rises to the top, period. So we'll see what happens in hot. Go ahead, Cole. Did you already
Yeah, because I said, because, you know, they don't like when I be split in the middle, but I be split in the middle. I be split. But I got 4 kids. I always told my kids, you know, be better than me, do better than me, you know, do this, do that, do that. And I feel like I always told them too, like, y'all the best thing I ever did with my life. And they'll tell y'all, they probably repeat that to y'all, like, hands down. So, not saying like, oh, that's all I got, but I wanted to encourage them to do better than what I did. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I'm split on it, because then I do want to leave something behind, like physical, or, you know, or like you said, land or something like that. So you do want to leave that behind too. But I feel like they are my greatest accomplishments now, because they're doing great things with their lives. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I feel about that.
Yep, good fruit. So, and this is the last one. This is gonna be real cool, real sweet, straight to the point. We had a couples episode. And I like bringing on this couples episode because it's very funny. But one in particular where he was talking about sex with couples.
Sex with couples.
Couples. This is
Couple of, you know, couples with sex, sex with couples.
He's talking about sex with couples.
But instead of y'all putting hell yes, hell no,
Okay.
a couple of y'all,
I
I
thought
know
we
what
were
they
that's
gonna
how we're
put.
putting it for.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or if you put hell, well, I'll put it like this. Depending on where your scale is, we're gonna go 1 to 10.
All right, here.
All right. If it's
This a
5 and below, then it's a hell no.
Okay.
If it's 5 and above, you know what I'm saying? If it's 6 and above, it's a hell yes.
Oh, yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's sex, a breakupable offense on a scale of 1 to 10.
I'm grading on what?
That's a tough ass.
Grading
that's
on what?
not a- That's
What
not
we
a
grading
good
on?
question. That's a tough question.
Grading on
1
what?
being horrible,
Sex.
10 being better.
Shit.
Oh.
Is
I'm
it a
gonna say
breakup
hell.
or-
Do you mean as far as like the sex or like?
Yeah, it does say. What the hell? I'm trying to be all scientific today.
What else?
What's the
Hey,
sex?
my wife watching this.
Yeah, but like she's like a
Man, you better plead the fifth. Plead the fifth.
Is sex a deal breaker?
Yep,
That what
if
you're
you don't
saying?
say deal breaker, if you don't,
Yeah.
the sex gonna make you say, fuck you, I'm out of here.
If it's whack.
Yep, if it's whack, everything else. I didn't want to look over at this motherfucker because I knew what he was gonna put. Go ahead and turn it around, bro.
You said from a grade scale, I gave him 10. Hell yes. Like,
Oh my
stop
goodness.
playing, man. Listen, I am a realist.
Are we ready?
Yeah, you been ready. You see, you
Are you
gotta do
ready?
that. Yeah, you want to see? So
You said from 1 to 10.
You giving the
10.
numbers?
It's
Oh, you want to get a number?
Yeah, I said yeah. So
Are
either
we
way.
giving the number?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I just wrote next.
Oh my God, man.
I'm going with hell.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Well, let me clear my number. I say sex is important. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like, and the only reason this number won't count, the only reason this number won't count is like, hey, you know, we get, a, you know, if you're unable to do it, whatever. I'm not gonna not love you less or whatever.
I ain't gonna agree with you.
But so your husband. Wait, hold on. So your
I ain't
husband,
rocking with you.
if he on his deathbed,
I ain't
there's
gonna
something
lie,
wrong with him.
I ain't gonna have to do what you mean.
Like, no, this is what I'm saying. So, like,
Go ahead.
if there's something wrong with him where he's unable to have sex, you gonna stop fucking
Let's
with him?
take let's take the crippleness out the picture. If
Why
it
you gotta
ain't
be
bad, you ain't
crippled?
getting the
Yeah,
number.
you can't go to nobody sick. That's just dumb. You can't say, oh, they sick. Come on, now,
I
that's
mean,
common sense.
come on, I mean,
forget the sickness.
I don't-
If they whack, are you staying or are you leaving? That's the question. Am I right?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the
Let's
question.
put it like
And
this.
that's all it is.
Show of hands. Are you gone?
Yeah,
Period. I need good sex.
I'm doing the call. I'm doing half and
You
half.
gonna end up
I'm doing
cheating.
the
You
call.
gonna cheat. Period.
I'm doing the call. Half
I
and
put it
half.
like this.
That's
I raise my hand.
bullshit,
I raise my hand because I know I'll be gone, and I also raise my other hand for my girl because I know she will be gone.
Yeah.
I thought you were raising your other hand because that's the one you be using.
All right, because I always got this hand.
That's right.
This what it is,
Hey, there,
but
Yeah, I need both
I'm
hands.
just saying. No,
he beat you to it. 'Cause I was gonna say that. Like,
All right, but just be honest. I put hell no because, to be truthful, here's the thing. I've had relationships that have been 10 out of 10, right? But the rest of the relationship has been total shit. Like, the rest of it has been garbage, right? Where it's not even really a relationship. Let's be honest. You're just in it for the sex. That's it. I mean, but on the flip side of things, now, I'm not saying you're going to settle, like, for a 1 scale, right? I mean, you should at least talk to that person and have an idea what type of level of freak you're getting in with, right? But the point is you can go and date somebody and whatnot and have like the greatest sex in the world, have a shit relationship, or you can marry somebody and have you can say a pedestrian sex life. All right.
As soon as you said that,
Hold up.
that's a scary ass word.
Hey, George, if I can't tie her up, I won't.
Hold up.
George said if I can't hit her with my shoe, I'll put the
I-
cover over me. I don't want you to see my
All
tits.
right.
I'm like,
Yeah,
All right.
I don't know about that.
I'm just saying.
I don't know about that.
I'm talking about downgrading from 50 Shades of Grey to maybe 25. Okay? But, and with that, though, you go from a relationship, though, that's shit to a 10 out of 10 relationship, right? And I'm saying for me, I make that trade because, like I said, I went on a lot of dates with chicks that were some shady-ass bitches, but would do the craziest shit on the first date, and you'd be itching like crazy afterwards. But I don't want to do that.
Dirty female.
I don't want to do that.
Dirty female.
I'm not saying I would go with that, but I'm saying you could tell on that first date what they
I'm
would
just
be
gonna
doing.
say that, like,
right?
I cut you off. I'm just gonna say,
Go
like,
ahead, go ahead.
if you try the ride out before you get married and it's whack and you're not gonna be satisfied,
go about your business.
because I'm just saying,
There you go.
like, it's not
Because
gonna be.
it's gonna come up
fulfilling.
in the marriage.
Like,
It's
yeah,
gonna
it's gonna be a
come up.
problem.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna be a
come up.
problem down the road.
Because people are natural. We didn't have this conversation before about 80-20.
Baby, it's gonna
People,
be.
I'm saying, I ain't saying this right, but people stupid. We're stupid creatures. And then we're going to trade like, man, you know what? She do everything else, all this 80, but man, this sex is whack. But I'm not saying, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just about sex. It's most people don't want to talk. And sex is a big part of a relationship, man.
It is. I ain't gonna lie,
It is.
because I'm
It's
telling you
a big
right now, if you come in 2 seconds and it ain't just like what I'm gonna get out of it. If I gotta go fix myself, that's a problem. This the problem.
Shit.
I shouldn't have to fix myself with a
Too
old
old
man
fucking
laying
fuck.
there.
I gotta grab this stool and put it in my
I'm just
pussy.
saying. If we're gonna play with toys, we're gonna play with toys together.
Oh.
Now I gotta do it up to the side because I'm just saying. You ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it to the side. Shit, I don't want to do it to the side. And then you in here, let's get it. Shit, what you mean?
Again, I just think sustainability wise, if the sex is bad, it won't continue on. And I've left a relationship before because everything was good, loyal person, good, all of that stuff. I'm perfectly fine.
What up, Jazz? What's up, though, bro?
I'm perfectly fine with doing a progression process and we try to work on it together. But if, oh no, I'm not doing that, or that, or that, or that, and then we're just sitting here like this all day, I'm out.
But you saying that same thing you just said, like, man, we got to talk about this.
After
Like, look,
after you went, I'll have to say yes then. It'll be yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be yeah. Cause like you say, you know, like if you're not good at it, and
We come that
and we
quick.
get better at it, yeah.
Take it as a compliment, Jazz. And I was gonna say something like, I know you said, I'll be funny.
Hey, it's a few times. I can't.
No, okay, let's back up. No. Let's back up.
Hey,
Let's back up. I'm saying, okay, wait though. I get. Oh,
I know, you got
it's
some ball
it's so
bags.
good. She pulling them muscles, pulling that penis with them muscles. I get all that. I'm just saying, I get all that. If you can pull that penis with them muscles and you make them come, I get that. But if you just quick and limp, I don't get it.
Yeah, I know what you said. But you do it like,
I don't get it
All the time. Well, I'm definitely with my girlfriend, you know.
I don't get
We
it.
have sex on a regular basis.
5
And I'm
seconds
like,
later.
I got them certain nights. Listen, and then that, bro, I got them certain nights. I'm like, baby,
You know what?
tonight ain't the night. I'm sorry.
But
And I'm really, you know,
I'll be like,
I
girl,
get you
you
another
did
night.
that.
You're not like that. But you're not like that every
Hey,
night.
Kathy said something. She
I'm
said it's
just
the
saying.
second most important thing. Thank you, Kathy.
Yeah, you're not like that every night though.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah,
putting
no.
her every night.
No.
You're gonna give her a good time. You might be tired when we get the tired shit, but you better make sure I get mine though.
Hey,
That's all I'm
don't
saying.
catch me.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, I ain't gonna say catch me because
Cause
I'm
y'all
good.
men can be
I'm good,
messed up.
but if you catch me on that good day, I'll do so.
There you
You be
go.
thinking you in this
Make
bad
sure
boy
she
with, you know what I'm
good.
saying? You know, you like, whoa, God.
I gotta get the ladies because y'all men, but yeah,
But then
make
they're
sure
like,
she good.
Woo! Have you sounded like that penny cartoon? Like, yes.
There's nothing wrong with some days when you're just.
Yeah, you
But if
gotta
got
do
a
that.
slow
You're like, look,
days,
baby.
But just make sure she
other
good.
days you gotta kick the door off the hinges.
You know, you gotta do something.
Right?
You gotta,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta do something that's gonna be out there. Like, whoa, I'm like, woo, here we go.
If you,
Coming that
I
bad
feel
boy.
like if you
Like
wanna
Ric
knock
Flair coming that boy. Woo!
Listen though, I feel like if you in a night, it's one of them rush nights, you tired, you been at work. Well, you better do something else before.
Ain't nothing worse. I'm gonna tell you what it works. And I know I don't want to get too much, but I'll tell you. Ain't nothing worse. Look, I'm gonna tell you. For you women out there that are really good at
Sucking dick.
sucking dick.
Sucking dick.
Bless you. God bless you. Also,
What they got to do with
but
it?
because I've had where you've been giving head with like, I don't know how long, because I'm in coma. Because you've done it so well. I'm like, woo, woo, woo. Then it's time to do that flip. I'm like, this ain't go here. This ain't go here good, baby.
Because it's already out. You did
I've
what you
been
did.
holding my breath.
Yeah.
I got a
Why you
question.
been doing this?
I got a question. I'm glad you said that. I got a question. Because I'm probably everybody probably want to know this question.
Been holding my
Why?
breath.
Wait. Seriously, this is a serious question. Why when you give men head and then y'all have to, why do y'all come fast? So like because if I'm okay, so if you give somebody head, it's a 4-play, 3-play, you know you're doing your little thing, whatever. Okay. So what you doing that you're not doing it for them to come early when it's time to hit. You doing it, you know, just everybody getting it together. So why do men come real fast after they give head?
No,
After you said after we get here, why do we come
After somebody give you head, like why do you come?
You know what? Everybody different. This is how I do it. I'm like, okay, let's just say we have a timeline. Like, okay, I got an hour. Let's say I got an hour. If I'm already horny, like that hour getting used up, and so if you sucking me for 30 minutes, that means you only get 30. Or
That's a whole episode of AB.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
You've been watching The Simpsons the whole time, Mike.
30 minutes.
No.
Sports Center.
Let
get
Let
the
me
job.
clear it up. What I'm saying is that if you're already in that mode, it's already happening. So I'm like, so the freakier you are, it's like the closer you getting there. So it's like, if, let's just say you get somebody some real good head, that time is getting shorter. So once time
So should they give you bad head then?
Oh
no. I'm saying, I know.
Then hold it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's that good, you hit it. Like,
What do you hold it?
Like, I'm that person.
So
Like,
I'm telling you what it is, man.
Hold it.
Man, I'm telling
I'm already
you, first of
thinking
all,
about
we
it.
already built it up in my head.
It's already built up.
Especially if I'm trying, like, if it's, let's say, if it's somebody like, I ain't trying to say, now you know what I'm saying, I'm outside of relationship, but you know, you're like, man, you somebody you been trying to get at. And
Okay.
you like, man, I bet she do just like this. And then if she do it like that, you like, oh, this was better.
That hour go down to 10 minutes.
And then you sit there like, oh,
So why don't you stop her so she can get the full?
That shit too good. I'm not.
I try to flip it around.
You get the.
You gotta get some control. Get some
You know what I'm saying?
control.
So you wait, Dre. What you saying?
I'll do the push up. Hold on, you know what I'm saying? Don't take me to completion. So I
And I just said the same thing, 30 minutes.
I'm not stopping. If I'm about to come, I ain't stopping shit.
30 minutes.
Yeah, if it gets that much, whoa.
No, but what I was trying to say is like a scale.
You have a girl that in for 30 minutes.
No.
Oh, she was saying 30 minutes is crazy.
Oh, you're saying
No, I'm not
you
saying.
said 30
I'm not saying getting there for 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't saying. Let me clear it up. I wasn't saying getting there every 30 minutes. But what I'm saying is that let's say if you last for an hour or something like that, and it's already in your head, it's already it's already building up. So if that person is good, that limit is going down. So let's just say, hey, if you can last 30 minutes, and if you're a person really good, it's gonna be like 10, 15 minutes. That's what I'm trying to say.
Don't you think? Okay. But don't you think that woman would be so disappointed if you come that fast?
Well,
It depends on what they're doing.
I flip
It depends on what you're doing.
She trying to do that jump. I'm like, oh, you trying to be
If
crazy?
Man, listen, if I'm getting some really good head, I'm not.
That's why you got the problem.
I am not. If I'm getting some really, if I get some really good head, I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping.
I'm flipping it.
I
gotta switch the balance of power. I gotta get my man over there.
Tell me what you want. If your head is the pop and I'm about to come, I ain't gonna mess up my car.
I'm gonna
mess up my car. Now you give me 20 minutes, then I can go ahead, do you. But like I ain't
I'm
stopping.
about to tame that kid.
He the type of guy. You want to 2 minutes to stop. You tell yourself, I'm giving this nigga 10 minutes. And then go watch your picture.
No,
come on to me, cause you gonna take it off for yourself.
That's why you gotta
It depends. Like I said, if I'm just first.
20 minutes.
Hey,
You gonna take it off for yourself. You selfish.
No, I'm not saying I'm taking it for myself. I'm saying, look, Jordan said if I'm about to come, I'm gonna stop you. But if you about to come, you're not gonna say stop. Let's do it.
No,
if I'm about to come,
right?
I'm about to come.
But I come.
I'm about to come.
But think about a woman. And man, it's 2 different things. Y'all done when y'all. We can go and leave.
No, really.
I done took it out.
Okay.
But put it back in.
I came out. Hey, I came in. That motherfucker was still hard. Who think it's this? This ain't my thing.
I'm like, I'm telling you, man. You think all the time
But that's not all the time. That's not all the time. But is that? Okay, wait. But is that all the? Wait. But is that all the time though? But is that all the time though? Like
No.
So you should 10 minutes head, then hit. Period.
Yeah, I get that. But what I'm saying is,
Because you can't hold it. So you need to like 20 minutes.
if I can't, it's gone. If I can't hold it, it's a wrap.
You need 5 minutes then. Because I'm pretty
It
sure.
ain't about the time.
Your mate wants some work.
I want sex more than I want head, but when I get there, I'm gonna be right. But I'm saying if the head is really good, I'm about to come. I'm not stopping.
Well, you don't need to
I'm not stopping.
You're on your own right there, my friend.
As far as what?
If that head,
I'm saying, look, if you telling me if you getting head, right, and you're about to come, and you're gonna stop him. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna stop if I'm about to come.
Okay. So say, wait a minute. So stay at somebody. Okay, wait a minute now. Why wouldn't you stop them? Don't you want to hit?
I'm saying it depends. I'm saying, but if I'm about to come, I'm not gonna
They
stop.
gonna be mad at you.
Shit. Hey, I make up for it. So hey.
All right then.
Not
Right then or later.
Yeah, I'm about to say that because it's good.
Right then. Hold on. Excuse me, sir. You gonna make up right then or later?
Oh no, right there. Just give like
Oh, so you gonna
yeah, I got
come
it.
in
like 2
You're
hours.
not get 2 hours. No,
No,
2
hours, no. But what
How long will it take you?
no.
A short nap.
How long? I'm so curious.
It depends. Sometimes
You
it
know,
take
good,
sometimes it
good.
take like 3-4 minutes. Sometimes it can take I can take a little nap and wake back up.
Ain't no nap time.
Hey, listen, I don't know what
You gotta do something. Ain't no nap time. But I know that makes me pissed off.
Yeah, y'all crazy, man.
Okay, you know, we gonna this talk forever because I have plenty of questions. But
All right, I'm just curious though. Here's my opinion on this because I think that when it comes to the foreplay stuff, when it comes any of this stuff, if you're going straight up at it, just going to have sex right away, you can last much longer than if you were to add any other element in. But I think for each element you add in, you last less. If you add in foreplay, I think you last less. I think if you add in foreplay and dirty talk, you
I was
last
dirty
less.
talk. I just fuck.
Can I
Man,
say?
I'm just saying.
dirty talk. I can't take for the fuck.
You don't think so?
No.
I mean, dog, I don't do no dirty
I've
talk.
had
Like,
it
come
where-
here and let me fuck your pussy.
Y'all need to get with it. Y'all don't know what y'all miss, man.
I was dirty talk.
No, y'all.
dirty talk is good because dirty talk turn you on more.
And that's what I'm saying.
Y'all
Like,
know what
no,
y'all
I'm
miss.
saying, no, this is
It
what I'm
don't
saying.
make the sex less.
I don't, hey, we might be on that
I don't like
because I had a girl
talking,
tell me one time, like,
Do you like this pussy?
I don't like that.
I'm like, no, I like you just.
Just scream. Just moan.
Let's say she didn't do it. She didn't do it right, and it wasn't the right person to do it with.
yeah, nah,
I've had it where I've been with the right person. Listen, Never.
don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
We saw
Don't do
it.
it. I'm like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Hey, Dale's gonna be like. So when was this? August 2009.
About like if you're banging a chick that sounds like she smokes 40 packs of cigs a day, like I don't get it.
I'm saying like I had some
about
girls that just sound lame, but no, I had some where the talk just came right on time. I don't want to mention her name because it's
Yeah,
been
you
like
don't
that.
mention it,
And
but-
she was just like,
No,
"Woo."
Jerry.
But-
I'm like,
You said.
All
What
right.
you say?
And I did one of these just like that.
I'm saying.
the point.
The guy said,
I mean, but it came on time.
make sense, but it makes
This
sense.
is
It's true.
What
It's
did
true.
She was like,
this
"Woo."
guy
Sideline
exactly said,
tackle.
I was like,
But to her point though, I want to get back on her point
All right,
though.
this is my
You
point.
talk about people trying to get both people to come faster, right? The thing
No.
is though, like hear me out here though. If he's gonna get where he's trying to get quicker, the thing is though, if you're both talking and you're both on that same wavelength, she can be just taking care of you, but she can also be getting mad turned on just by how you're talking to each other. And keep in mind, her mouth ain't open on anything else but you, right? But I'm just saying that talking though can really do a lot.
I'll do
yeah.
That's
that.
all
No, I
I'm
mean, no,
saying.
I'm saying, yeah, no, I agree
But it
with you on
takes the
that.
right partner.
Yeah, it takes
the
because,
right
like I said,
partner.
everybody can't do it because there's some corny stuff. But like when you just said that, I had to stop myself when I said, "Talking like, no, I remember." Oh, see, it was that good in my brain. So now I almost said the name.
Yeah,
I almost said the name. Like,
That's
she like,
throw it out.
woo. She like, woo. She's like, I know you like the way I stroke that dick, don't you? I'm like,
It makes sense. Listen, I had one time. It was so weird.
actually gonna be a
It
trouble.
was so weird. I was having sexual relations.
I was saying sexual
Excessive.
relations.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
But no, it was weird.
oh my goodness,
We were on the
man.
floor. It was where I'm laying down, and she was riding me. I looked up, I looked up to try to see what was going on. She said, "Take your head down." I said,
What?
Okay, man.
I said, "Oh my
His
lord!"
girlfriend's thinking, I never said that.
It was just,
It's just certain things. If you know what to
This
say,
happened 10
if
years
you
ago.
know-
Hey, Jordan.
Happened 10 years ago.
Hey, Jordan. Doc would be like, tell that bitch to take your head down, nigga.
10 years ago. Said 10 years ago. Happened 10 years ago.
It was a long time ago. It's
10
not
years
that
ago.
time, no.
You better talk about
I love my relationship. I'm just an honest
This
person.
happened last week.
Why is honesty? Come on, man.
No.
Let's go.
All right, what's the next topic?
Yeah,
All right,
let's
roll.
get on this bad boy. So,
I'm so over it right now.
but man, let's get right into it. So, like I said, I'm tripping off this. Now you got me thinking about it. Oh, that bad.
I'm only thinking
My
about
girl,
you,
man,
baby.
you amazing.
I'm only thinking about you.
All right, now all I'm thinking about is that clip. What was it? It was like trading races or trading
places
but with Dave Chappelle.
I found the lightsaber.
All I'm thinking about is the white dude that he plays, and he's like, mind if I put my penis through it?
I was just gonna put it through my trousers.
Now, I don't want to get into this one first, but let's get into this. I know we talked about this before. Holidays, to me, they overrated. I ain't gonna get into that long conversation. But this time of year, it is if you don't know, more suicides, more depression is around this time of year. I mean, specifically from, let's pull it up again. From the beginning of October to New Year's, you have more suicides than any other time of year. Some people think it's good, people, you're supposed to celebrate with the people that you love and all this stuff. No, I'm talking about the season. Not suicide. I'm sorry, I didn't crazy. Not suicide, but the holidays and stuff like that. But this time of year is horrible for some people.
Yeah.
It's horrible. They don't want it. They want it to go fast. They want to get over real quick. So basically, what our first topic is, what do the lonely do during the holidays? I mean, do y'all think like the holidays have lost like all this nostalgia that's supposed to come with it? Has it gotten too over the top with materialism and things of that nature instead of what the true essence of it was supposed to be about in the first
I'd
place?
love to attack this first. So, personally for me, again, I've mentioned it before, I don't have my family here in Michigan. I have a lot of weird ties with family. We're not as close as we're supposed to be. So, Christmas time, Thanksgiving time, New Year's, if I didn't have the type of friends that I have, I'd be sitting at home and I'd be one of those people on suicide watch. I spent 1 year by myself before on Christmas, and it's just the whole thought. During these times, people are with their families, and you're sitting there by yourself. And I was in the dark watching TV. I'm like, oh shit, it's not cool. And I feel for people come the holidays. Again, like I said, if I didn't have the friends that I had, for years it's been, hey, I'm alternating homes. You know what I'm saying? I always got a place to go. But I feel for people. I understand that feeling when you're alone during those times where everybody else is together. It's a hurtful situation. I get why people commit suicide at such a high rate. And one of the things I will say, man, for people that have friends or family, give them a call, man. If you can extend it to them. Hey, come on over, we got a plate ready for you. Or anything along those lines, seriously.
Absolutely. Anybody else want to touch on that, baby?
Well, I always, like I said, we didn't have everything we wanted, but we always had each other. So like this time of year, it's always expected just for us to be around. Like I said, if we have something, if we had gifts and all that, whatever, we had them. If we didn't, we did. It was just important that, we were around each other, just to, another holiday where I can, see my siblings and my mother and vice versa. So it's kind of like, material stuff, it doesn't really matter, like, just for us, you know what I'm saying? But just so we can have another year that my mother can see her children, her grandchildren, we can just be together and just kind of, have one another. Like I said, the only thing I really hate about this kind of holiday is that I be working a lot. I just, have to work during the holiday, which, that's why, you hate about retail or whatever. But that's just the only thing I don't like outside of that. Just be able to be around your family, just that time of year where you guys can connect and actually cherish one another. That time that hey, I'm going to see you. If I don't see you this whole year, I'm definitely going to be around you this year. So.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to take the question to the direction of the holidays in general towards the season of Thanksgiving, Christmas, and I think it's getting a little bit better because more companies are not doing the shit where they're being open on Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that, because it was getting out of control. It was out of control because people were just like, you know, like I mean, I remember a couple of years ago where it's like we were showing up for Thanksgiving and people just weren't there. I was like, where the fuck is everyone?
Walmart.
Well, they're shopping
Yep.
on Thanksgiving at Thanksgiving dinner time. Like it used to be like, oh well, Black Friday, you know, midnight was like the latest, like the earliest,
Then
like,
started.
and then they started doing like
6 p.m.
like 6 p.m. stuff. It's like, well, shit, man. I'm just about to watch the football games, like the later football games and stuff. But we used to do that as a family, right? Well, at least now they started cutting some of that stuff back. And you know what? Actually, I took it a step further this year because, like, people started to like. My family wanted to have so many Christmas parties after Christmas parties and stuff like that. And I put my foot down this year and I was like, I'm doing one Christmas party on Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day I'm just hanging out with my family. And that's just because, you know, I can schedule the Christmas party like the weekend before with whatever side of the family on one side, and the following weekend the other side of the family. But like for Christmas Day, I want to spend it with my wife and my son. That's who I want to spend that with. And then like on Christmas Eve, I'll spend it with one other people. But I don't want to spend my entire holidays on the road, driving around, dealing with all that bullshit. I want to wake up in my pajamas and just be there with them.
So you said you said it's getting better as far as society. What are you talking about as far as society, as far as cutting back on Black Friday and stuff? It's actually
No, not
oh,
as
you're
far
talking
as
about
like
your family?
No, like I'm saying, like as far as a couple of years ago, like every retailer was open on like Thanksgiving.
That's
like,
not true.
No, like
That's not
like
true. A lot of them are open up longer because of the holiday. That's where they make the most money.
well, I'm saying like this year, a lot of companies specifically like changed so that they did not open until Black Friday.
Yep.
Like this was like one of the first years that I seen it, where in years past they were doing 6 p.m. on Thursday on Thanksgiving Day, and it just sucked, right? You had people that were show up like, I know my grandparents were like throwing Thanksgiving at like 2 o'clock and stuff because, oh well, so and so's got to be in line at 4 because they open now at 6. I mean, that just sucks. Sometimes you don't see family for the whole year, and then now you gotta see them like the most compact window because they gotta go out and shop. Sucks.
It does.
Used to have a whole day with them.
How about you, Carl? How you feeling over here?
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I forgot the question.
She's been drawing, man. She's been doing good. Hell of a
I was
job
letting y'all
over
go ahead. Don't give me that look. I was letting y'all go ahead and talk. You know, y'all know y'all men to talking. Y'all be talking. No, if it's, you know, they be talking, so I be listening.
But I do want to.
But I got the question though. So you see how he was ready to jump in?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Now, our house, you know, Angie is our Christmas freak. Sorry, Angie, what you like? So she gets kind of upset with us, like, y'all don't want to do this, do that. Y'all want extra decorate. It's not that we don't want to. It's just that sometimes, you know, the kids get older. And so they be doing their own thing. But we do still give gifts. Well, I don't ever have to worry about, like, if I give gift after Christmas or something like that, it's not like a big deal. As long as we like playing games. Like this year we playing games and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Eating, just chilling. Just family time. So I guess it can go either way. It depends on the person. I feel like some people do get really long. I never experienced getting long because, you know, we got a big family. So we never, I remember when Grandma was alive, we used to go to Grandma's house. You know, we used to go to Grandma Elsie's house. Grandma Elsie's house, then go to Grandma Elsie's house. You know what I'm saying? So we never experienced, loneliness and stuff. We did, so I really can't speak on that. I know a lot of people probably go through that, but our family always did something.
I think I'm saying that's.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm saying like so. I never,
you know what I'm saying?
I never thought about it like that. Like somehow people probably don't really have places to go. I mean, we have invited people over for Christmas, they just like close into our family, but you really don't know how a person feel on Christmas or the holidays. Like they can be lonely, like don't have a big family, or maybe they're the only child, their parents passed away, so they're not they by themselves, or stuff like that. So you don't really think about that. But it's good to be aware of that because, like you said, a lot of suicides happen around that time because people are lonely, and so I feel like if you got, if you find out your friends ain't got nowhere to go, You know, invite them over. We invite people over all the time. You know, we'll make it happen. So, but sometimes we don't. We don't think about it though. It is not to be mean. Sometimes you just don't think about it. Like you be into your own thing.
I don't even think it's like about being mean. I just think that it's just more so. It's just.
Everybody's trying to invite people over to the house, and I'm like, get the fuck out of my house.
So I just think I think it just really depends. I just noticed that one, I think it's a big spiritual thing. I'm big into that. I think that, you know, for something to be always a certain time of the year, some certain aspect, that's spiritual. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, whoa, you know what I mean? But like you said, and that's why I said it's a big theme with this type of year, and I've been putting it on my personal page this whole time. I'm telling people, man, just cherish people. Yeah. Cherish the people that you got. Stop, you know, because people gonna forget. And I know I say this so much. I know my daughter repeated verbatim. I'm like, people gonna forget gym shoes that you bought. They gonna forget that last gift you bought. Nobody remember what they got 4 Christmases ago and stuff like that, depending on how special it was. But people ain't gonna never forget how you feel. Yep. I mean, how you made them feel. How you treat them, yeah. How you treat people. I'm telling you, I have done funerals where there's only 2 people at the funeral.
And that's sad.
You know what I'm saying? I've done. I just know how it can be for people in this time of year. That's why I tell people, like I said, just like what you were saying. There's some people they don't got family. Family halfway across, halfway across the world. You ain't around. So this is, So that's why I say just be appreciative and just know what's going on, man. Throw all the rest of that nonsense out the way. Just shoot, man, enjoy this. Enjoy what it's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be around being around people. It's supposed to be giving, love, and everything else like that. Forget about the fun. That's why, like you said, I'm just big in the relationship.
But a lot of people get depressed around that too, because especially people who have little kids and they finances not where it's supposed to be. They get depressed because I can't get my kids. I know I have went through that. Like, oh my God, my kids were like, oh my God, I gotta do this and that. It's sometimes I did have it to do because of certain things or whatever, and I'm just grateful that my kids never. My kids did not complain. Like, they didn't give me they didn't give me a hard time.
I'm gonna give you a good example. What you just said, because the love, just like with y'all. We ain't had anything, but y'all had that love.
Yeah.
I've seen people with Christmas trees piled up full of gifts, and they can't stand each other.
Yeah.
They can't stand. What the fuck is this? The fuck is the keys to a Bentley? What color is it? Cream? The fuck, I want it red. I'm just saying.
This was the first Thanksgiving in 10 years that I actually spent with my family. And because I usually work during the holidays. Like I said, since I'm not there anymore, that's my first time like Thanksgiving.
That work shit, just like you just said,
work. I work on Christmas. I work on Christmas this year.
Work.
And it's a cemetery, so I don't know.
Just be.
Well, you better work because you gotta save us.
Santa's spirit will come in that motherfucker.
You gotta save us from them damn zombies. Fucking.
Whatever. I don't mind working because my kids are out ground, so I don't really care. I catch them when I get off. They can see them when I get off work. But it wouldn't matter to me if they were little, like, oh my God. But now they grown. They don't even get up early no more.
It don't matter to me.
I just like being
when I have more kids and my kids getting older, I'm a big family and friend person. Yeah. I love people around me. Y'all gonna be here. Figure it out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that passes along. That you don't forget the love that you feel. You know what I'm saying?
That's more
and I think that makes it beautiful.
I just want to be able to kick people out like you said, like, man, I love y'all.
Yeah, the best gift to give, though. That's the one gonna last forever.
It don't work for everybody. Somebody gets us like 3 or 4 in the morning. I'm not gonna point the elbow.
I mean, I'll tell somebody we'll be out for 4 in the morning.
We ready to be at the crib at 4. We be at the crib 4 in the morning, like just be going off. Drunk.
But be funny though.
It be fun as hell.
And then like you talking about it right now. Remember that time,
Yeah, but so here's the thing. I've only been a dad now for a year, but I can tell you, I would love on, like, I don't care if it's Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, but I want to see my son on Christmas. Yeah. Why wouldn't I want to when he's older, right?
Yeah. Well, at the same time, grandkids and stuff.
Yeah, especially, right? Yeah. But the fact is do I need to see him both days or whatever? I don't need to do that stuff. I don't care. Like, there's so many things where there's so many Christmas parties and stuff going on. If my son wants to have his own thing with his own family for like the whole day, Christmas Day, do his own thing. That's fine. But my point is like, for like one party, whatever. If I can go do that thing where I can get, all my kids together or whatnot, and just see them one of those days, then I'll be happy, right?
That's
But the thing that I just don't like around this time of the year, though, is while I understand it's important for people to hang out with family, though, I just don't like the fact that so many people spend so much time, though, on the road, all over the place, going to so many other places, and forget about the family of their own that they actually have living within their own house.
I get you.
Like that part sucks. Well, they're always bitching at their kids. They got to get ready to go into some other place, and builds up so much stress. And all of a sudden, you get home from all these parties, and you just forget about,
But I kind of think that depends on the person, because again, as kids, and I miss it. I look forward to going to my grandmother's house. I look forward to going, because that was like everybody got together. You got all the cousins together, like on my daddy's side. It's a lot of us on my daddy's side. So we used to go to my grandma's house. That would be the first stop. Everybody be over there. And a lot of times we didn't get gifts, but it was just point of I was been over there and had fun. You know what I'm saying? We can get underwear and stuff, but like then we went to then we went to my other grandma's house, and then that was different. We had it was different. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't mind traveling around Christmas time. That didn't bother, because you saw your family you didn't see all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like sometimes you do want to be at home chilling and invite people over instead of, or whatever. But it's been times now that we getting older, it's like it's just been our family. It's just been like my daddy's them kids, and now my grandson, and then my brother and his kids, come down sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And then we have a good time. And there'll be a lot of people over there. So I guess it depends on the person and what y'all family would like to do. Well, I miss going on my grandparents' house. I miss that. We used to have fun.
I don't think there's an issue of like missing that. The one thing I think we all can admit that we miss it, because we also miss the people that were around at that time. Those people have moved on. They're gone now, right?
Yeah.
And so we remember the way that those houses smelled, the food that we had at those points in times, and we all want our kids to have those memories too, right? To be able to think and talk about them and stuff like that. That's part of that nostalgia. That's key.
I think, like you said, it's just like it's just now. It's just like even now, as it's a funny thing now is that like when I was young, but as I get older now, I love it even more.
Yeah.
I know that sounds different, but it's just like just like with Max said, like even going with my cousin, like we complained about not seeing each other.
Yeah.
Like, man, when we get together. Oh, we didn't get upset. We were getting our feelings on the text.
Yeah.
We getting the feelings over the text. And then we just set up to do this. Why you ain't doing it?
That's love.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. It was like that before. Like you said, we'll be there till 4 in the morning. Just talk, laugh, and then not realizing, oh man, it's 4 in the morning.
Right.
Or something like that.
I love time spent like that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like everything going around, like, they spent over 3 hours talking about me.
Oh, I ain't gonna tell you what's about. I ain't gonna tell you what's about.
But spend time, because I set myself up for the joke.
Yeah.
But it's just, it is what it is. And like, you get there, and you get to see it's just like, I'm a big person on that, because it's just like what you said. It's deeper than me, because I don't know. Man, I cannot give a promise that I'm going to be here tomorrow. Period. Yeah. And I don't want to give the thought of not knowing that the people I'm closest to don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Like, man, okay, there we go. So that's the biggest thing. Like I said, with this time of holiday, just do what it's supposed to do. And like I said, with the holidays, period, do it 24/7, 365. And not just wait for one day.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, because my aunties don't do that. I used to text all my aunties and uncles, "Hey, I love you." How And then one of my uncles was like, "What you?" He talking about something. What you trying to kill yourself?
Damn.
I bet you
all right. No, but what she's talking about is real. Now, think about this. Before we had Facebook and all this stuff, remember we used to send mass texts out to people, like once a year on Christmas, all of a sudden you get lit the fuck up with like a million text messages for people.
Yeah.
Now if you did that shit today and you sent 100 texts out to people, People would think you were gonna kill yourself.
Yeah, because I like, and I was just doing it because the point of I wanted the uncles, whoever, you know what I'm saying? It's a simple text, say I love you, how you doing, everyone my cousins. I used to talk, I would be the most person to call everybody. I just I will get back to that, because I used to call everybody, well, I still call this big head boy, because he always on Facebook saying some stupid stuff, and I have to call him asking why is he on Facebook. I told him to get off Facebook, but whatever. But yeah, I think it's good to keep in touch with people all year long. You never know what a person might go through. They might need it. Just I love
somebody
you,
might just need it. That
you never
one
know
thing.
what they need. You never know.
Hey, what you doing?
People go through all types of stuff in their life.
Taking a damn Beretta out their mouth. And I ain't joking about that, but you could be one step out of that.
You just don't know. Yeah.
What happened? You know, oh, I forgot about it, but
yeah.
In all in all,
I think that's a good thing to do.
Good.
I'm gonna get back to that too.
Okay, yeah.
I got slacked up on that.
Now let's in regards to that. I know he just brought up talking about how we used to text and stuff like that and everything.
Yeah.
We recently had I don't really know the rapper name. It's Juice WRLD.
Oh, Juice WRLD.
I ain't never heard of him.
I never heard of him.
Is that the guy that threw all that stuff in
That's
his
the
ass
TMZ.
and died?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't never heard him before. What did he say?
I know he put it in his ass.
He did something. He ingested the whole
Oh.
everything.
Oh, so you
No,
go,
nobody knows
yeah,
he
that's
is.
Juice
Yeah.
WRLD.
He passed away. And I didn't know he was still hurt. But I thought they was talking about orange. I thought they was talking about Orange is the Juice Man. When they first, I'm like,
OJ the Juice Man?
I'm like, what happened? I'm like, he ain't 21. But then that's what happened.
Well, I ain't never heard this guy before.
Yeah, he pretty new.
He's showing our
pretty
ages.
new.
Yeah, 'cause he's only 21 years old.
I never heard of him. All I heard was the story, and I fucking died laughing.
But what I'm tripping on is
I'm
that
not laughing.
it is.
I'm not.
What I'm tripping on is that this dude, it's a big push, and a lot of people have said this over and over again.
I'm done.
I'm laughing.
I'm done.
But he had with the millennium culture, the culture of the new rap. They do a lot of complaining about how they got this big time drug culture where they make it's like cool to be like to be doped up, and be on drugs and lean and everything else. Because if you think about it, it's a couple of them. French Montana, they're not talking about was just in the hospital because he was almost overdosed on some lean. You got these guys doing this coke and everything else like that, and all of them are young, but it's impressionable to the young. We had that too long ago. Ross was having seizures. You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, he just that's health.
yeah, I'm talking about. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, but that wasn't doing drugs though. He just
Yeah,
has.
that's
He has
just
you
epilepsy.
just help. Oh, okay, I thought you just snorted
Lil
coke.
Wayne, that's
Oh, there we go.
Lil Wayne though, he's got.
But
He looks strong out.
do you
Like
think?
one of the people.
Do you think that it's a big push? Do you think the music now is making it cool to be
Absolutely.
Yeah.
hooked up?
I agree with you on
Absolutely.
there.
Absolutely. And that's why, you know, this, I don't want to say drug administration. Like, think about it. Like, more people is buying, we get more behind the counter drugs. Like, it's, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I lost the train of thought.
I don't
No,
think
but-
everybody though, but it's a lot of them. A lot of them.
No.
You still got nice little love songs and stuff out there.
I think in general, rap culture and hip hop culture has done a very good job historically of glorifying drug culture, though. But I mean, it's come in phases, though. I mean, like the 2000s were a generation where, I mean, when they were doing it, it was pretty much just, I mean, pretty much just pretty heavy in the pot. But now, I mean, the only thing I can think of that was the exception was maybe like people talking about like Xanax and shit. That was like the only other thing I can remember. But today, now we're getting into some pretty heavy shit.
Every pop anything.
Like, I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on, but these guys are
They dying
they're
from
doing. They're, I mean, not only I think it's a difference because like when you talk about like the guys that we grew up listening to in the 90s and in the early 2000s, you're talking about guys that did that hustle, that were doing that stuff, but also got out of it, and we're like, hey, we did this, but it's behind us. I mean, Gucci Mane, forget about him. Like he's kind of like whatever, but now you got people that already have the fame and do this, but still do this shit and are still dumb.
Lena brought up a good point. She said it depends on what music you listen to. And Lena, I would have said that, but I think I've seen it in a lot of popular music, but I've seen it in a lot of other stuff too. I haven't seen, even in some country, it's been some where, you know what I'm saying, it's not more so much drug, but more drinking. It ain't like, hey, you know what I'm saying, like I'm drunk because, you know, I done seen, what was that, Little Big Town. It's been a couple. I heard about, but Tequila is one of them.
Every country song can be written about your whiskey, your dog died, and your girl left. I mean, that's really it. I mean, right? But it seems like every rap song right now, I mean, is really about drugs and murder. Has been and
I don't want to say that.
But even look at this. So, like the rap we used to listen to, they talked about selling drugs. Till it got cool to actually doing drugs and being on drugs and actually being high. And like I said, I'm sorry I lost my point last time, but it basically, like I said, it's cool to do it. So it's like, it was first just cool to do weed. But now it's like, you could be on perks, Xanax, and there's all kinds of drugs. So you could be a stone crackhead and it's fine as long as you have the money, or you can rap about it. So like I said, it's just what we accept. Like I said, we accept, hey, you know what, this person pushed drugs, he's talking about listening to drugs. This person like, hey, you know, I smoke weed. Now it's like, hey, I do all these drugs, this is how it make me feel. So it just makes it cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't cool to do, you know, to see somebody snort coke or do whatever. That wasn't cool. But now if it's cool to do all these drugs, it's basically coke and a pill. You know what I mean?
And not only just that,
yeah.
If it sells, it's got to sell. Because you could talk about it. Keep in mind for a minute, Eminem was kind of borderline talking about that a lot. Or drugs and stuff like that. Using them, not telling them.
But Eminem didn't make it popular though. Like, think about it.
See, that's my point. If it don't sell, it don't get popular. It's gotta sell.
I could put anything, I could go and say, it's just like, it's just between Coke and Coca-Cola and another byproduct. That's the same thing. But the name of Coke gonna automatically sell before that thing gonna sell. It's gotta have a popular base to it. So when you got everybody pushing Dirty Sprite, you know what I'm saying, and that stuff, and it's popular, think about it. If it's not popular, who's buying it? Oh man, we ain't getting with that. It's gotta hit a base. So you got 30-plus-year-old men rapping about Dirty Sprite, but it ain't just 30-year-old men or 30-year-old women that's just listening to it. The number one demographic that buys music is teenagers and women. Men don't buy music. It just don't happen. Men don't buy music. So you're going to push it to the young demographic, and they just, basically, I mean, that's what it is. But the kids, it's making it popularized with kids. That's what it's going in. And the women, because if the women buy it, the men automatically going to listen to it. It's just been an age-old tale. So how they make it popular, that's how it's been. So when you see this young guy, my thing is that they say, Juice WRLD, right? Juice WRLD. And they say about him like, man, it's a tragic death, man. We got to stop doing this.
But then you keep pushing the same music that you just talk about we got to stop doing.
To me, you just saying, next motherfucker up. Yeah. Let's go ahead and push it. I mean, yeah, he dead and gone, but you got a whole bunch of other people that fill that spot. So I don't really know what to say about a lot of it, because as long as the executives say it's making money, do it.
I'm just surprised there's not more rappers that are shading on these other guys. Like I guess like from the era that I guess like when I was in high school, one of my favorites was Jeezy, and like I forget like which song it was, but like Trap or Die was one of my favorite albums. In fact, you and I used to bump Trap or Die back in college, right? But like there's a song where he talks about how he was, you know, he was doing that stuff, but his mom was using, right? And he has a line in a song where he says, you know, she was addicted to the high, was addicted to the cash, right? You know, and one of the things though in that song though is he's really hitting home on like how angry he was about like somebody was actually using the shit that he was selling, like that was close to him, right? And the thing about that is he wasn't at all glorifying the use of the drug. He was glorifying the hustle. The rest of the albums, the whole Trap or Die series and stuff that comes out, Thug Motivation, all of them are all about the hustle, not about the actual use of the drug. And I got all these guys that come out looking like fucking Skittles with all different colors and shit that they got going on. I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on with them, but they're all dying from stupid shit, or they're ratting out and whatever. What's that guy's name anyway?
6ix9ine?
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Takashi?
Yeah,
Takashi.
I mean, but like,
Another one I ain't never heard of a song.
yeah, I've never heard any of these songs by these guys, but they're, I think it's just a massive shift in like what people, like you're saying, what people are buying. I mean, we're not on the ground level anymore in terms of like high school and what they're buying, but I guess kids are buying, you know, Molly and all this other type of shit, and that's what kids wanna hear about.
Depression sells.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just talk about, I mean, what's that, Young Uzi Vert?
Uzi Vert
Had a song where you talk about, you know, like,
all
what
his friends are dead.
did? I'm like, yeah, so sometimes you gotta listen to some of the words up, but like you said, they pushing it, and it's pushing so strong. Do you find out these kids got this stuff going on? Like, oh man, pop me a couple of these, pop a couple of these, I'm doing this. I mean, it's cool, like like you said, it's cool to be the drug head now.
Yeah, and it's like, but you know what, like, even to talk about that, like, when people make that kind of music, it's like, oh, well, I can relate to you because I felt this way, and now you're more comfortable coming out feeling like, hey, I'm depressed, or I'm sad, or I want to commit suicide, but then you have, around the next year, you got another rapper that's signed to the same label that talks about the drugs.
Do you think it's going to be a change? Because I know everything comes in shifts.
No.
I can't remember, at least during my time frame, I'm 37, where it was, I know weed was a big thing. Well, let me take that back. I can't think of the name of the group. Because, I mean, it was talking about cocaine. I mean, but it was a song at the time. If you didn't know what it was, you didn't know it was like, if you want to ride the white horse. A lot of people are like, oh, man, you talking about a horse. Like, no, I ain't talking about no motherfucking horse. You talking about some coke. And, I mean, it's like a trip. You have those songs scatterbrained. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It used to be, like you said, few and far between. Like, a couple of people like, what's that? Puff the Magic Dragon. People like even in the movie Meet the Fuckers or whatever it was. You're like, he's talking about a magical dragon that flies. Like, no, I'm talking about smoke is weed. You're like, no, I'm talking about a damn dragon. So, it's just crazy because, like, I don't know. I like all music. I'm like a music lover. So a lot of the guys, like you just said, like I ain't never heard none of the stuff. But then a couple other guys, like, I really ain't heard to them because maybe that's just ain't my music.
Like,
but
I hear it, but like I said, just seeing like them actually die behind the drugs and all that's kind of different. And then like to kind of answer the question what you asked is that would these other guys, I guess, address these guys using drugs, tell them to stop using it, saying like it would be like would it make a difference or would they stop? Absolutely not.
No, it wouldn't.
Absolutely not. And it's kind of like you're that guy that's not trying to be pop. Think about it. I think J. Cole even like addressed what was his little guy, Lil Pump or something like that. I mean, it don't matter how good you rap or what you try to address, whatever sells going to take control. And that's just what it is.
And it's true because, like, if you look at all their listeners, Eminem, Jay-Z, Young Jeezy, all these guys, all of their core listeners are fundamentally different than Lil Xan, Lil Pump, Lil whoever the fuck these guys are. All those guys are different listeners, so even if the elders out against it, those guys aren't gonna give a shit anyways.
And then plus on top of that, what I've noticed, some of them have it. The numbers is in their favor.
Yeah,
it's just real talk. The numbers is in their favor, and it'll come out. Social media is just, you will get terrorized on social media. They'll just go after you like, man, what's wrong with you? Blah, 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 blah. You this and that, blah, 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 blah. If you got like, I remember in the time frame, you didn't want to say nothing bad about Beyonce because that whole beehive will be on you. It wouldn't be nonstop. So I agree with you. I think a couple of them that try to come out, some of them say, a couple of them just say, man, I ain't with it, but if they sell it, let them sell. So,
well, how many 30 and 40-year-olds do you know go to rap concerts and when they lose their shit go heavy on social media compared to 18-year-olds?
Yeah, compared to that. I got
right?
what you're saying.
So, I mean, there's no competition there, right?
Yeah.
If somebody was to try to beat down that horse of you know, these guys doing, you know, using drugs and proliferating that in music, you know, all you're going to get is the same type of shit of like, oh, you don't understand it, you're not part of this generation, blah, 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 blah. All that type of shit coming back at you. And in such massive numbers.
Yep.
Because why? Oh, they're, let's be frank, we have jobs. we're older, we're busy,
Yep.
we have families and stuff like that.
Real talk.
That's just being honest, you know. And I mean,
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I like you said. I just think it's messed up because you hate seeing any, you know, and like I said, and some people say it's just black, man, it's black, white, or it don't matter. It's this whole youth movement in the code where they are just like, man, let me get some lean. It's just like they all just do it. So I don't know what it is. I do want to make this one comment because Troy. We gotta get Troy, man. We gotta get Troy on here more all the time next time. He said, and I might be, I don't want to say it's a direct quote, but I remember he said, man, we at the point of no fucking return. Last time he was on the show. And I thought it was funny, but I did want to use that as a topic because that, what we talking about, just kind of pulling into that, is it too late now for us to turn back the hands or to try to correct some of the things we got wrong life? I know we were talking about before, was climate change. Is it too late now to say we need to fix? Yep. Or is it too late, like, you know, in everything that's going on right now, have we just progressed so far and done so much in everything, in every aspect of life where to try to do some change, we've already crossed that point. I agree. Do everybody think we're at the point of no return now?
What do you mean far as change, like in your lives?
Everything. I'm talking about.
I don't think it's never too late to change stuff.
but to reverse
the damage that's been done. Period. With everything.
I'm gonna say that we're at the point.
Okay, so I keep but based on all of maybe Nicole, you don't I know you
I'm
said
trying to figure like, are we talking about like
it's a mess.
The viewpoint that I'm saying it is societally, I think we're in deep shit.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, like because I think the problem is we've become a culture that year over year we continue the things that we 10 years ago would consider to be morally reprehensible are now today completely acceptable.
Yep.
Right? And
absolutely.
And the things that, you know, like as a guy who's not just fiscally and politically conservative, I'm also, you could say, morally and ethically conservative. And what is truly supposed to be a free country, me having any of those beliefs are actually very much shunned.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. And that is a problem. So like the fact of like right now, one of the biggest things that are going on right now is what is it? It's basically transgender library reading things where your kids go to a library and they get read to by somebody that's in drag. Sorry, that's what it is. But my point is like the last thing I want is for my kid to go to a library and to get read to by somebody that's in drag. Now, the thing is me as a parent, does that mean that I'm a bigot because that's something that I don't want? In my opinion, no, that doesn't make me a bigot. That just means that when my child is old enough at an age that I'm willing to explain to them the way that certain people live their lives, that I want to make that call. Mm-hmm. I don't want any education board saying that they have the right to be the no, we're going to send your kid to a library on this day and have some dude dressed up as a chick poorly and in, you know, whatever wild ass makeup they want to wear, and to have them do whatever the hell they want to do in front of your kid, right? And like the thing is the fact that me as a parent may object to that and society can legally overrule me in a public school setting is absolutely unbelievable. It's ridiculous, right? So, I mean, I think that in general, like the fact, and maybe this is a little bit touchy-feely for like work purposes, but the sensitivity training that people have to undergo for work with regards to the, I know this sounds crazy, but the misgendering of people and stuff like that. This is actually a real thing.
Oh shit! Here we go. This one show heat up.
But this is true though. But
Yeah,
like, and I'm not saying that to be insensitive to anybody, but the fact is that there are certain states, and I used to work for a company that was headquartered in a state. It is a fireable offense if you misgender somebody. Like, so if you see somebody who, in your opinion, looks like a guy, but in fact identifies as a woman, and you
Crazy
in
stuff,
fact talk to them as if they are a guy,
You
and
get
say
fired.
something like, "Excuse me, sir," or something like that, you can be terminated from your employment. Your livelihood to provide for your family is gone.
And you know what that is? Gross misconduct. So you can never go back.
Right, and
That's
so
gross
so the fact is like when we look at ourselves as a society where we're so thin-skinned, and like the fact is if somebody wants to live their life that way, my policy is I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
Go ahead, live your life that way. But literally, if you're going to impose on me in a free country where you're going to try to control my speech, I don't give a fuck if you identify as an elephant. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But if I say something like, "Excuse me, sir," you know, "Can you step out of the way," or something like
You are
that,
a sir. So
you know, whatever you are, you know, you know, for that
I ain't gonna
matter,
say, excuse me, you pachyderm.
you know, and I'm not going to say, "Excuse me, you anteater," you
Yeah.
know, whatever you are, you know, and the thing is there's no necessarily, in my opinion, rhyme or reason. Actresses used to be called actresses, but now they're called actors, right? Stewardesses used to be called stewardesses, now they're called, I think, flight attendants, right? So the thing is there's not really a standard code to this, but the fact is that language that we use, and we're not talking about language that anybody intends to discriminate with, right? You're talking just in a regular fashion with people,
That's it.
is now literally considered discriminatory, and your livelihood and in some cases your career can be taken from you. And that's when I think of like when a society is broken, and like I said, the point of no return is when it's degraded so far that you can't go back. Like the laws are written in such a way where, like I said, you're now screwed. The point of hypersensitivity has been reached.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us in that situation would have intended offense to anybody, right? We're just trying to go about our day to do our job to make our
Yeah,
living.
on a regular basis. I
Right.
can't really say too much more because I feel like I get attacked by the alphabet people a lot for the show. So,
But I don't think, but you know, like I watch a show all the time, right? And the thing is I post a lot of comments on this particular matter because whether or not you're LGBTQ, any letter,
W's
whatever,
whatever.
whatever you are, the fact is I think the vast majority of people do not give a shit how you live your life. But why is there the massive need to impose upon other people?
Just like when they was trying to say, like, they trying to make the transgenders to go into the women's bathroom. I feel like it's too much stuff going on with little girls and men. It could be somebody can go in there, pretend like they're like that, and really not, just end up getting a kid out the bathroom. I'm just saying, like, you just don't know. I think if you, like, I'm with you. If you're gonna do that, do that. But I feel like you still should go in the bathroom you belong in. Go in that bathroom.
I feel
There's
like
too many kids be
it's-
around.
I feel like
That's
the
too much.
point blank period. Look, you can identify with every like you said. Hey, you can do
Whatever you want.
whatever you want to do in life. The problem is that, and I think it's two problems. One is that we live in a world of people that are highly opinionated and highly sensitive, and that don't mix. That's impossible. You can't be opinionated as hell, but then be sensitive as hell. Means that basically it's like you can dish it, but you can't. It's a bad thing. Don't judge me. Like, what is you on crack? I am not judging you. I judge actions. If you are a man and you say that you got this urge to dress up in lingerie like a woman, hey man, knock yourself out, and you can do that.
But
You be you, man.
But you know what? Take your ass to the man's bathroom because you ain't a woman. Okay?
Yeah.
It's a simple process, okay? And don't think, like, because people out there like, oh man, he's gay bashing. No, you just not rational listening. You just waiting. You want to say that because you want me to sound like I want to be homophobic. I ain't homophobic. I could be in a room with a whole bunch of guys. They could be dancing on each other and doing everything they got to do. Just don't dance on. Just don't touch me. Just don't dance on me, and don't try to oppose what you got to do on me. You can do everything you want to do. My thing is that don't. If you're insane, it's okay, but don't have me try to coax me over to co-sign your insanity. I'm not gonna do that. If you talk about, I don't know if I'm a man or woman, I'm like, pull your pants down. Okay, you got a dick. You are a man. Use that bathroom over there. Look at you, pull that pants down. Oh, you got a vagina.
You know what that reminds
Over here.
Like, I don't, a man should not be in a woman's bathroom, a woman should not be in a man's bathroom.
It should be, if you want to dress up, you want to be a cross-dresser, cross-dress. But know that you go to the bathroom you actually in. Don't stop trying to, and then don't try to, like you say, force it on my kid.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't go into schools. First of all, y'all want to attack kids because kids are blank slates, which means that the faster you can get it to them, the more they can be receptive to it. It's worked in every way. It's worked with violence. All you gotta do, I want y'all to get to the point where you ain't affected by things. Desensitizing everybody to everything. Play this game. You like Call of Duty, don't you? You like seeing people getting their head blown off, don't you? It's great, ain't it? So that way, when you see it in real life, I've done that before. I don't know what the point of that is. And like, when they try to do it so much, I'm like, don't try to put it on me. Like, in my kid's school, it was a big push to have that bathroom. I'm like, no, y'all not gonna do that here. We not doing that here. We ain't about to expose kids to this. It's parents' job to explain their kids about, like I said, and don't get me wrong, you got irresponsible parents, but we can't be accountable for all the irresponsible parents. I'm talking about the responsible parents that sit there and explain to their children the things and how they're supposed to be explained. It ain't up for you to come and explain like, guess what? We're going to have a class on gay etiquette, okay? If you see another guy sucking another guy's dick, you are supposed to not, it's supposed to be normal to you. It's all good. You can do that. This is normal. Y'all doing it. It's what I'm saying. If you see him grinding, my thing is that, and I said this before, that if we had a straight pride parade, it would be labeled as hate. It'd be labeled as hate. We'd be going down the street. Oh, this is hate. This is homophobia. So you having a gay pride parade, and I remember when it was downtown. It was just downtown Detroit. And it wasn't we just marching, hey, this and that. They was cutting the fool out in the street. And then had some little kid, a kid, dancing and twerking. I'm like, what the world? I would be mad if they had a kid dancing and twerking and it was straight. It's just a point where it's just wrong. You don't do certain things. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now you get the kid, it's just wrong either way. They come out, you don't like gay sex?
Kids.
I don't like, it shouldn't be, first of all, it ain't about just gay sex on TV, it's about any sex on TV.
Yeah.
I don't want my kid to be exposed to any of that. It's my job to explain that to them. And the more and more they expose our kids to stuff, it's just like what you said. You're trying to force, then at the same token, you're telling me, you got to force my kid to be a certain way. But then, you don't let me raise my kid a certain way because if I do, the discipline I dish out to them, y'all consider as abuse, which now y'all gonna arrest me for being abusive, but then you have no problem arresting my kid for being a fool. It's stupid.
You know what that remind me of though? That remind me of the joint where Gene Wilder's on that show, and that guy, he was transgender or whatever, and I guess he was trying to hug him and kiss him. He was like, I don't want you to, hug me, bro. He's like, why? It's because I'm transgender. He's like, no, I don't want you to get on me.
Because you're a man, and I don't like men kissing me. I want a man to tongue kiss
it's
me.
that whole big deal, like, well, you're homophobic and you're this and you that. So it's like, well, no.
No, I ain't homophobic. I'm not gay, so I don't want you to suck my dick. You're a man.
My thing is,
What the fuck?
It doesn't matter. Even if a woman,
Even a woman, if you don't want nobody to do it, they shouldn't.
Don't kiss me. Flat down the line.
Yeah, and they just build the fact, well, hey, this is a guy that wants to be a girl, and since you don't want to hug them, then you're a gay basher, you're a homophobe.
That's the bullying tactic. That's a bullying tactic. The very same tactic.
And that's exactly what that remind me of. So it's like, damn, well, shit, well, I'm supposed to accept it because he's transgender and he wants to hug, he's supposed to accept it. You know what I mean? So I just feel like if you're of the LGBTQ community, that you can do whatever you want. But once you're being imposed, like I said, it's gay bashing or it's a hate crime or
no, I hear you. So
it's like you can never have an opinion towards it or be like, hey, you know what? I'm like, I'm fine. I don't want to be in that circle or be involved with it.
So one of the things that I'm doing that I know it rubs a lot of people the wrong way lately is that I'm looking at private school education for my kids. And even though my son literally after the day he was born, I opened up a Michigan education savings plan that we all get things in the mail about and stuff like that. And I did that, and I started reaching out to all these different schools. So by the time he's actually came to school, I could, afford it. But I reached out to all these places and started talking to them, and the number one thing I asked them is I want to send my kid to a school where they don't teach them shit about the societal stuff, about anything to do with that shit. I don't want anything with it because I want to make sure that the school teaches them English, writing, arithmetic, that they have their sports type stuff, but I don't want anything to do with that stuff. Right? Let me do my job as a parent. Right?
What? Oh, when I said that the other week.
Oh, arithmetic.
What? I don't know. Anyway.
He's like, man, you old when you say arithmetic.
I'm just saying though. But that's how I feel though. I don't want the school's job is to educate my kids in the things that they're going to get tested on tests. Right, they're going to grow up, and that's the stuff they're going to learn, right? But as far as their moral compass, that is my job as a parent. That is the job that me and my son's mother. That's our jobs, and so teaching them right from wrong in the time period of which we introduce certain concepts. Like, are we going to teach them about LGBTQ type things? Yes, when they're at the right age where we feel that that they're ready. And also are we going to teach them to go and often hate people and discriminate against people? No. But are we going to teach them about what we feel are acceptable behaviors? Yes. I want somebody else in a classroom teaching them what they feel are acceptable behaviors, because that's not how my ship runs. That's not how things are going to go in my house, right? And I've had a lot of shitty feedback from people saying, oh, well, that's not how society should be today. Well, you know what I say? Fuck you. That's not your kid. That's my kid. And this is how my ship runs.
Now, the other question is, how many of you has actually, because I know that your kids are not old enough, I know your baby girl may not be old enough yet. And I know I've talked this with my brother. Private school. I mean, not private school, but homeschool. I mean, if you thought about home.
I'm really considering it.
Just because, and it's just, I feel like it's just so much with everything that's going on. I mean, just with everything. Because before, the social was like, well, they got to learn social. I'm like, no, that's BS.
There is. All right, but it's true. So there's something I'm looking into right now. Mm-hmm. So this is a really good topic. Just general awareness. There's hybrid school. And basically what that is a homeschool, and for homeschool you can actually have somebody that's a qualified teacher come into your home and educate your child, that you interview just like you would anybody else that you'd hire. You interview them and they come into your home and educate your child.
No cost.
You could do it yourself too. That's also an option too. The thing is you have to, you have to be, in my opinion, you have to have the right temperament and stuff to educate a kid, right? Even though I think I'm plenty smart enough, I don't want my kid to look at me in the same sort of way. I'd rather associate that with somebody else. But that's just me. But the reason that this is that they call this a hybrid education is still like either once a week or twice a week or something like that. They still go to a school of sorts, to either practice either foreign language education with other kids or for PE, right? So they can ball out with other kids or whatnot, but develop interpersonal connection with kids their own age. But for their arithmetic and other
There
core
we go.
education, right? They can still do that at home. So all your social type of stuff that you want to teach them is in a controlled setting. All their other education stuff is in a controlled setting, but they still need a chance to interact with kids their own age. Now see, I think this is also a good approach and something we're looking into. The thing is I just want to find the right, qualification and stuff like that. So I think there's a lot of cool options that are available now that,
That we didn't have.
that weren't available like when we were kids too. But also, to be truthful, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, the shit was not the same like it is
and it's
today.
like even now, like just looking at how they do math, and it's like we could have get that done 5 times faster. You know what I mean? It's like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
how do you want to
Format.
teach them versus like what they're actually going to know, what they're going to use, once they get out of school. So it's like I don't even know the agenda that the school is pushing. Like what I mean? Think about it. You saw it's on social media how it took a whole minute to do a multiplication problem that'll take you less than.
I love
13
that video
seconds.
that somebody else is putting on a pot of coffee and everything. They already did the problem, did pot of coffee.
And they're still,
And they're
that's the
still
way
doing it, yeah.
So it's kind of like, well, it's not going to help my child in the long run. It's just, it's actually hindering them. You know what I mean?
It does.
So,
It does.
it's just a lot of reasons why I'm considering homeschooling my child. A lot of reasons. So I just wish I could afford it when it comes up.
When I was saying you can do it at no cost. They have certain programs that you can look into where.
Yeah, I mean, but there's certain things I know that I can't teach.
No, I'm not saying you do it. I'm saying you still have a person come in, and they'll do it at no cost to you. You just gotta find some avenues, some paperwork.
Now you got your Ford. You got your Ford,
Mm-hmm.
and shoot, bravo to you because you about to have all 4 of them walk across the stage.
Last one.
What when you look at that with your kids, and I know like that because now yours are old. Like you said, you might be 18,
Yeah.
and what's your biggest fear for them right now?
Good question. My biggest fear is first of all, I'm not even going to say successful because they already got their mindset where they want to go and their mindset. My biggest fear is the people that come in their lives. Like, I don't know. Like, the thing is people are so crazy out here. Not everybody, but you don't know who's going to end up being in your child's life. And you want your child to end up with someone who's going to support them, have their back, just be that person for them, like that you can trust them with your child. Even though I got 2 sons, I'm raising my sons so when they do get married or they do find that person, their family will be able to trust my sons with their daughter, and I want to trust their daughters with my son.
Gotcha.
You understand what I'm saying? And that is the biggest fear because you just don't know who your kid gonna run into. And people you just don't know. That's the thing I have to deal with. Like who is this or who is that? But at the same time with my boys, I don't try not to be so mommy-ish. Cause they're men. You know what I'm saying? They're men, so I gotta treat them as men. My last one coming out, he 18. I'm really done for real. I'm just when I say as far as done, I mean as far when it comes to, I don't have to go behind. I don't have to go behind them when they decide to go to college and what they want to do. I don't have to do that part anymore. The part that I have to do is that over with.
Yeah.
Now I'm dealing with the grown part where you don't have no control.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he 18, Rashawn's still 18. But the older they get, you really don't. Their choices will be their choices.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to sit back and see them make. It's good to make them still make good choices, and it's hard to make them still make bad choices. And a lot of times they don't listen to you because a lot of them. I was that person. I had to learn on my own. Like, I had to bump my head. I had to bump my head. I don't know how many times I had to bump my head growing up to grow as the
The
person I am
experience
now.
teacher, yeah.
Exactly. So now you have to watch your child do that same thing, bump their head. And it's hard to watch your child bump their head. It is. It's really hard, you know. But you have to let them. Because first of all, someone ain't gonna, they'll say, okay, I'm listening to you, but they're not. Because they have their own mind.
I think like what you said, I think the biggest part of like, you know, when we was all saying like just like really the point of no return for us is not such to be like just down, like it's just a depressing thing. But it's just saying, just the actual, like you just kind of brought it up, that you just got, it's just people out here now that just, you know, it's just crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It ain't that everybody in the neighborhood know your kid, you can trust them. Hey, it's
not
don't
like
you
that.
don't you talk to nobody.
Yeah, and that's sad.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't even though being home. You home way before where you I want you in front of the house.
Yeah.
I want to see you. Matter of
Friends
fact,
they
get on the
with.
porch.
Can't trust their friends they with. I was like, my boys, they went to a party recently in a good neighborhood. You know, I don't care if it wasn't a good neighborhood. I'm like, hello, check in, let me know what's going on. Because friends, you didn't see friends, kids got killed by their friends, and friends, you know, situation. You just don't know. You just have to pray. I have to pray. I pray with my kids 24/7.
I saw that. I know it was a setup. I'm
good.
I know they thought that it was staged, but basically, Crystal had shared me a video.
Yeah.
What was that in?
What they thought she got.
So yeah, it was 4 guys got out of the van. 2 guys pushed the mother down, hurt her mother, and the other 2 guys took her in the van.
It was a car.
And so it was a car.
Yeah, it was a car. 2 guys in a car.
And it was just so scary. I'm like, wow. So Crystal can walk my daughter to school, and they can say, oh, well, fuck, I'm gonna still take her anyway. And it's like I can't even, you know, it's like I can't even sit down on the couch without feeling like I have to worry. And then like even after a stage, I was still angry, but it's like that can still happen. Like I said, I'm pissed at this stage, and it affects me.
All this stuff going on, I guess.
But still,
that's what's going on in my head.
It's on 60 like now. This is a grown woman. It is how I can take.
She ain't that damn grown.
But you know what it says?
Even like with Chris, I'm like,
and that's what like it wrong with because we are corrupt. Good idea to stage and everything that's going on. Because you know what I'm gonna do is if I gotta keep going on stage calls, I'm like,
they probably some bull.
Cried wolf, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. If you or I were there and we saw some girl, to see some girl get pushed in there, either one of us would probably pulled our gun out. That guy, or blew out the tires or something, right?
Now what?
And to find out it was a prank or something like that. You know what? My point is exactly that's corrupt. And like when we talk about the time change, this is the shit we're talking about today. Yeah. But like 30 years ago, the things that my mom was worried about was that if I might sneak out to listen to like Marilyn Manson, right? Like, or that I might listen to Korn or go play Mortal Kombat at one of my friends' house. Just saying, like, the fundamental differences of, like, the problems we deal with today of, like, what parents would worry about. I mean, well, we're talking, of course, we're talking about differences of, like every era had their sickos and stuff like that of, like, weirdos. But I'm talking about, like, your common day shit of, like, parents used to worry about different stuff for their kids than they were. I used to always, you know, be home when the street lights were. Mass was home. But to be truthful, would I let my kid go and play anywhere but my driveway? No way. No fucking way. You know what? I don't give a shit who my neighbors are. I don't care.
And that's the most sad part.
Because people wander into neighborhoods all the time.
They do.
They do. People are.
No, you can't.
I know.
I'm
It's
gonna
like
tell you.
living in a
I'm gonna
bubble
read the
now.
whole thing to you. It says, so new details emerge on Carol Sanchez. Stage kidnapping. She was reported wanting to stay in New York City to be with her 23-year-old boyfriend, who was an alleged Crip member.
She get her butt beat.
So, yeah.
That's what she needs.
She get her butt beat.
She needs
Hey, but
it.
yeah, then her mama go to jail.
Her butt beat.
So, and
But you want us to make sure our kids are acting.
and it's like, so now
That is really good to be honest.
it's at, but like I said, now
Take
we
away
can
your
go
phone.
towards
Yeah,
it.
that's-
That's the point we know we're talking.
Don't wear a key up to see a bunch of juveniles that you want to let dump
And
stuff.
even like I said, and I thought about that same thing you said. Like if I, like I said, one of us would have been there and we saw it happen,
Yeah.
and we would have killed the guy, and it's like, oh, you just shot my brother. It was like, well,
Too bad.
yeah, what you want
But
me to
it was
do?
crazy. Like, what child will take their mother through that? Why would you take your mother through that?
Because probably your mama do.
So draw your mama crazy. Why would you? Then you had the man pushing on your mama like she trying to fight for you. You had him pushing her down. What? That little girl, I'd be like, you know what? Just don't like her ass.
They tell me this story in front of the holiday tree. I'm just playing.
Don't like her little butt up for a minute. She
but
like that
just-
for a minute.
But even just like, you know, where they're snatching up all these young girls
All
and
the time.
even women,
All
it's
this
like,
stuff.
and women is like, and you do that, and it's like, I'm already on. It's like this morning, you guys, Crystal, I was on the phone with her from the time she walked out the house till she got to work because she went while it was still dark, and it's like I should still be asleep. But it's the point that I can't trust anything that happens
It's like
in
what you said,
society
it's
right
where
now.
we at now, and it's like, why would you want to be? It's like it's the problems is 10 times different because the moral compass is pretty much gone.
It's
I'm
gone
sorry,
now.
it's gone.
Yeah.
They don't want to do it, and then they want to fix everything. And you know, it might be a political shot, but this what happens. Liberals come in and say, they want to date. Let them have cake.
I'm going to comment on that one too, because one of the other moments where I knew that we were totally fucked, like societally, was where, and it was in the last election. I don't want to say this too much, but there was with where stuff that was coming up at the time, and someone, it was a major. Well, you know, how late is too late for an abortion to happen? And she said that somebody should be able to have an abortion when they're in the delivery room.
That's
Yep, I remember that.
And I'm sitting
That's
there,
a
and I
bull
remember
crap.
when I heard this,
For
I
a
was
woman who
like,
said she was against it.
like just not that long ago either, you know. But the fact is I'm thinking to myself,
That's murder.
holy fuck, that is murder. Like the child has been able to survive outside of the womb by itself for a long period of time.
Murder.
But it's on the delivery room table,
Pop
So you
the
gonna just go.
and you're saying they should be able to do it. And you know what? And the fact of the matter is that since the New York law actually passed to allow it, some fucking lady actually got pregnant and did it just to fucking do it. Just to say
That's
that
sad.
she could do it. And I'm
That's
saying,
sad.
when you have that as a society that allows that, you have no moral fabric left. No moral
Let's go.
fabric
But
left.
my thing is this: if you're gonna wait that long, you better to give them for adoption. Like family, like they
No,
want to go to.
Let's try this good old thing that.
But I'm not going to deliver it. What kind of sick fuck do you actually have to
That's
be?
crazy.
To me, that's something where, you know, not only should you be charged with murder, but you should go. Sure.
I mean,
That's true.
That's been,
That's been the case for a long time.
And there's a lot of stuff that's been, let's not like kind of sugarcoat it. It's been things just like you said. We've had monsters before. You know what I'm saying? In every
decade,
era. It's
every
just
era.
now it's popular to be the monster.
Yeah. That's-
Now everybody has this. Everybody wants to be infamous. I want to leave my mark on this world like this. You got kids that actually. And I don't like. They talk about mental health. They talk about I want to stop the gun. I'm like, another conversation another day. But now you got with people, you know, kids like, oh, I saw him do it. I'm gonna be a copycat. And it's popular to just do like, this is what I want to do. I want to be infamous. I don't care if I go down in a blaze of glory. This is what I want to do. It's like it's a huge game. Like you said, the fabric is so far gone. When somebody could just pick up and say, you know what, I feel like shooting up something today. I'm like, it's crazy. I mean, in anything, or just like you said, when someone thinks it's a good idea to fake you kidnapping, even though that you know it's an epidemic of women being snatched off the streets, and you use that to your advantage, so people can start, like you said, the boy that cried wolf, like, I ain't about to, keep doing this every time. So yeah, I know we had with that.
And the
It's
funny part
crazy.
is when you say that, when you go out to blaze of glory, and it actually happens, like somebody just go into the Walmart and just kill anybody they want to, and we know they're there forever. And we know who they are forever.
And you can't pack heat at Walmart either as an employee.
Oh no.
I
In
know.
a lot of places you can. You can't have it on the property.
I know, but
Yeah.
that's some
But a
like,
wacko could come in there and kill.
absolutely.
They
Bad guys don't follow laws.
It was a guy that came to Walmart and told me over the phone, because he saw me in person, described me. He called me a black Urkel because I don't have glasses. And told me he was going to kill me and shoot me and do all this stuff. And so the market manager called me and was like, well, I want to make sure you're safe. I'm like, okay, well, what can I do to protect myself? Well, she said, you can't have any weapons. Just, he's trespassed and that's it. So I'm like, but there's nobody here to stop him. So he can come in here and just blow my brains out. And there's nothing nobody can do.
I get both sides of it though.
What you mean?
If I own the company, I don't want my employees just everybody strapped up. You make the wrong decision, now we're liable.
Oh,
Continue.
absolutely. I know. I get
No,
what you're saying.
no, I'm not.
It's a tough.
It's just like when they say they want teachers to have guns in class. I'm like, no.
No.
Oh no! You can't say the wrong
No,
thing. Bow!
no.
Like, cause now we got
Everybody, but it's like I said, everybody mental state ain't the same.
That was on How to Get Away with Murder. You gotta watch that. How to Get Away with Murder.
It's worse than ever. I don't want everybody mental state ain't the same. Like maybe we could be in the class and put up with a lot of stuff, not worry about. Look, sit down. I ain't your mama and daddy. Sit down.
Nah, that mess tough though.
Everybody
You know what
can't.
I saw there was a recent video. Female teacher.
Yeah.
She whooped that girl.
Yeah, she did. I know exactly what you're talking
I was
about.
She got fired. I mean,
But she was, but
she
I'm
was a
sitting there
simple
like,
she can't
no,
go
went out on
overboard.
the
She
plane.
was-
no, she didn't.
Listen,
She
when
was a
I,
stud,
when I
though.
lived in Jersey,
Jersey.
I went to a black and Hispanic school. That's it. And it was the poorest of poor. These kids' parents don't care. I'm gonna call your mama. I'll call her. I don't give a. I used to feel so because my mom cared. I can't do shit. I got, what I'm saying. So I'm watching. If you deal with these kids every day, I'm like, nah. At some
Well,
point,
I used to, but you know what?
and that girl bumped her.
But you know what though? It
But
depends. But I gotta say this.
no.
It depends. Let me say something.
Let a random person
Let me
come
say
bump y'all.
something. I worked at a school with.
Please, man.
I actually was in a room with troubled kids, like kids who have like problems, stuff like that. Sometimes you can talk. No, I ain't gonna say.
If she well, no, the one I saw, this lady gave this girl like about a 6-piece and a biscuit.
yeah.
No,
Is
yeah,
that
that's
the
what
same
I'm talking
one?
about. That's what I'm talking about. I think it was a bigger girl, but the girl that was talking. The teacher did hit the girl first. Now she did.
She bumped into her.
No, she hit her. Cause I shared that
I ain't
video.
saying the same thing then. I ain't
Yeah,
saying the same
it's
thing.
the girl they was talking. She walked. She didn't.
Because the girl I
she
saw
walked past
hit
her.
the teacher.
She walked past her, and then she bumped her.
Mhm.
She walked past her, and then she bumped her. And when she bumped her, she hit her. But she could have done something different. When she bumped, so she kept going. Like, I just followed that. Okay, you want to bump me? All right. You bumped me. It's the way I didn't work with kids in school.
Again, I hear it.
But some kids, some people
And you want
shouldn't
them to
teach.
be better,
Some
but
people shouldn't
nah,
teach
bro.
in school. Some people don't have patience.
It's
No,
not-
some people don't have patience for kids.
It's not even
not-
that. No,
I
but
think-
as a teacher, as a teacher, you don't want to go into school premeditating. Okay, well, it's certain things I can't do because one, a kid gonna take advantage of you, or it's like, you know what, I gotta do this so they can even listen to me.
No, I did. You keep saying we gonna be yes, but I didn't work with children, so you can't tell me I want to be yes.
I went to school.
Okay, but I haven't worked. I
But
had to deal with.
I hear y'all.
I had to deal with. I didn't work with
teacher?
teenagers. Let me break it down
Were
for
you a
you.
teacher?
I didn't work with teenagers. I have been in the classroom with teenagers. I have been in the classroom with junior high kids. I have worked with kids. Anybody will tell you. And the kids that I work with right now, I am friends with them on Facebook. A lot of them will say, still call me your mom. It's how you deal with them kids. I'm not going to say all of them are disrespectful, but it's the way you deal with kids. You do not have to put your hand on kids to get your point across. If they're not listening, then guess what?
You
Remove
don't,
them.
but
They'll remove them.
don't,
Go
you
get
don't,
somebody
but
else.
I ain't talking about the
don't.
physical
But
part. I ain't talking about
every kid gonna respect you different. All right, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, okay, they're gonna respect you because how you come across. But if you're like, hey, if I'm your teacher, this is what I'm gonna lay down. They're like, well, fuck you. What you gonna do?
And then what you do is you don't put
It's
your
fine.
hands on them. What you do is hey, they have phones in the classroom. Hey, I have the student down here. I done it. You have the student down here. They're disrespectful. They don't want to listen. Listen, I'm not trying to lose my temper with the student. You already come get them. They will come. It be men. It be either the gym teacher or somebody in the office. A male will come down there and escort the kids. You have to have any job you on. You have to have a passion for that job you do.
Yeah, I'm not saying as
With
far
kids,
as
you gotta have passion
I'm not
for it.
far as
I'm
saying hit the
sorry.
kid, but I'm.
To do. It's always ways to handle situations.
It is like I said. I even had passion teachers, but I think, like I said, in their eyes, yeah, they have to control the teacher classroom, and then you have to go ahead and discipline and have to stop all of that.
What y'all gonna do? Don't do that, little Jimmy. Don't hit
My kids are
You talking about somebody hit my kid?
What you mean?
Is somebody hit my kid?
Yeah, I'm just asking.
Sweetie.
I fucked that kid up.
You
I'm sorry.
can't-
Right now, I mean,
and
I
you'll
don't
be
want
in
to.
jail. You'll be in jail. Y'all got a lot to learn. Y'all have a lot to learn. Y'all have a lot to
Y'all
learn.
need to have that patience.
Y'all have a lot to learn.
So-
I didn't been in the middle, and my daughters can testify to this. I didn't been in the middle of my daughter arguing with 2 or 3 girls, and this is my daughter, but I'm still on my job. So what I did, I sat down and listened to both sides of the story. I can have so many kids tell you how many times I didn't listen to both sides of the story. Bianca Sloan, she will tell you, I listened to both sides of the story. It's how you handle it. Where are you? You have to handle things differently. It's no excuse to put a hand on the child. It's no excuse. Now I ain't gonna say somebody come and hit you in your head. Yeah, there's gonna be an action. That girl bumped her. That bump could have been, oh, you bumped me? Okay, hold on. Let me get security is in schools. Let me get you out of my classroom. It's way to do it. Now you didn't lost your job. Now you gonna be in trouble because you put your hand on that kid. She whooped her.
I also understand her losing her temper. You
I didn't
can't
say
go
that.
through. You can't go through that every day. And I've seen it. Where
But she's not. But she wasn't the teacher.
You're
She was
not
the
letting me
substitute
finish.
teacher.
I'm saying it
Understand
don't
she's the
matter.
substitute
You're
teacher,
going
though.
through that on a regular basis.
That's the job you choose.
Again, you saying that. I don't care what job you at. If somebody keeps coming at you,
But that's not on a
eventually
daily basis.
you get a little snap and you like, no.
That's not, but that's when
I'ma
if
take
you
care
feel
of
like
this
that
real
job
quick.
is that hectic for you.
Man.
It's like any other job. If you want a job and it's that hectic for you, then remove yourself from that job. If you cannot handle that situation and it's too much for you, then that's not the job for you.
But this what I'm hearing. Because I know you're passionate about kids.
I mean, I'm gonna get all about this thing.
And you know, I work with kids all the time. I've yet to put my hand on a kid. But everybody ain't the same.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not the teacher. First off, when it comes, first of all, I think teachers are highly underpaid. And you can pay me enough to be a teacher because you got to play too many roles and you have too few rules to help protect you. I know for a fact, if I was a teacher, I probably done broke a couple of guys' noses. Period. Because you ain't touching me. And the moment you touch me is the moment you said, I'm about that.
Okay.
Oh, you about that? I'm about to show you that you're not.
Yeah.
But you about it. I'm going to show you.
Please, man.
And it's hard, but at the same time, I know I got a passion for kids. I work with them all the time. But I also know that I'm a firm believer in never say never. And I tell people, don't ever say that. Stay away from that phrase. Because you'll quickly you'll quickly be tried and you will you'll be found wanting. So
I can only speak from my experience, and in my experience, I didn't have kids disrespect me. I didn't have kids bump me, and I'm a very hot-headed person. If everybody know me, I'm quick to jump. I don't care who you are. I've been that type of person. But when it comes down to kids, I'm a different type of person. But everybody is different. What I'm saying is, it was ways for her to handle that situation. And now, and on the flip side, teachers not always right either. I didn't see teachers.
I never said that.
I'm just saying, I didn't think teachers can be very out cold and just at the job just to get that check and don't have no passion for kids. I didn't see them mistreat children. So that's why my kids come home, I used to be like, oh, so I'm meeting and what did you do? And why was this about? Because you can catch a teacher up in a lot quick. It's just like you catch a student. Or I didn't see both sides. So what I'm saying is, she was not that teacher for that classroom all the time. She was a substitute teacher.
I'm whooping everybody ass.
She was a substitute teacher, and
whooping my kids.
so now she's going to jail because she did that.
Everybody
so
gets
that's
But
and gonna pass
just
the ass whooping around the classroom.
But so I substitute teach. I love kids and I have a passion for children, just like you do, and just like you do. But I'm just saying, just from a teacher's point of view, and just like even going to another teacher's office to help with another child, it's that they're gonna like you have a different relationship with them, like if outside of being a teacher. But once you're a teacher, they feel like they're gonna try you, and especially like if you're in a
that child, that's why they have the phones in the class. I don't know. I have not met one classroom that have a phone.
they allow
No, baby. You have
Send them out. All right, you gone for a day. You right back the next day.
it's some they'll send them right back to your classroom.
Listen, but
They send them right back to the classroom.
listen, then you didn't figure out how to work with that kid. That kid might have issues at home. That kid might.
But what about the other 30 kids that you have to teach though?
This is
You
what I'm
gotta
saying
teach
to
the other
this.
30 kids.
And this is
though.
what I'm gonna say this with that. I understand what I understand what y'all saying. And I agree with you. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. I'm a firm believer in that. So, and yup, kids got issues. But you know what? It's kids that come to school homeless and they ain't disruptive for the class. You got kids that come abusive and they ain't disrupted in class. I think what we losing track about when it comes to kids is that they have a choice. We have eliminated accountability from our kids.
do.
And you got to be like, look, I know you got dealt with some shitty cars. Join the club. They got t-shirts and buttons. But you got a choice. For you to say, I'm dealing with this at home, so I'll come out and act like this in class, it come out as an excuse. Because you got some of the same kids, and like I said, new kids, drop them off, and they would lie and say, hey, Mr. Johnson, just drop me off right here. I'm like, hold on, where you going? This is an abandoned house. Kid was going in a house with no heat, no water, and he the best student in the class.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to get the kids time out and be like, well, not the time out, but hold accountability. You're like, look, you're accountable for your own actions. End of the day, okay? So you can keep thinking that you can talk to anybody any kind of way, you can do it to anybody, because guess what? Yeah, I'm gonna call, like you said, I'm gonna call, hey, I need you to come get out of my class. And that's good, call, get them out of class. But if you come back, it's still the same thickness in a year. Mm-hmm. It's still the same attitude because the kids now think it's become so repetitively like, if I get away with it, I'm gonna do this job. Even more now, like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep doing this.
Other people feel like
now
it's
it's getting even worse.
It's just getting bad. Classroom. That's why you have to control the classroom. So if you let that one person go ahead and take over your classroom and spend your time on them, we can't teach
and that's why she got the 6-piece chicken nugget.
I still think she went too far.
I just think
I think she went too far. I think the way she could have handled that, I think she went too far. The way she beat that girl up, I think she went too far.
I think she beat her up like a chick from the club.
I think she went too far.
I think she did. When I saw her, like, whoa, Jesus.
I feel like she was a young chick in the classroom.
She stole her man. It was bad. I was like, dang.
She went too far.
The first two, I was like, all right.
She caught him with a meat.
When I saw her stop to talk,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's when you went too far.
Yeah.
You stopped to talk. You
And
want to
then-
play me?
Yeah.
You want to do that to me? Tick, I'm like,
Yeah, I feel like she went too far.
and then she just stopped. I'm like, whoa, did she just stop and do it? Because
Because you can stop, you can control yourself.
that's my thing. That part should have been right there. But
Yeah.
I've seen classrooms where the kids. I remember being in Osborne, and I seen this guy named Mr. Richardson, and probably some people in Osborne can clarify this. Mr. Richardson had his face, and I remember this dude had this brush, and he was walking down the hallway, and he was looking at Mr. Richardson, and he said, hey, and so like, boom, and he grabbed him like, yeah, you fucking punk. But I felt like, it's just what it is to be a teacher, because if I gotta put up whatever it is to school, I ain't gonna even lie.
Somebody throw a brush.
If throw a brush at me, I might be running over there and I'm like, killer, what the fuck you fucking brush? Like, Mr. Johnson, get him off. Fuck your office, man. Just don't brush my ass.
I had a teacher. It was a black teacher. Dude was like 6'4", built. You know what I'm saying? First day he came, yeah, I've been to jail. I'm like, dog, what?
Nobody fuck with you.
Listen, I had one time. You know when you on a roll, everybody laughing with you. I tried him. He's like, all right, stay after class, man. He was like, yo. I said, oh. I said, you know something? I made the wrong decision today. I'm gonna be cool, man. We good, bro.
It's just,
you know.
I remember at Persian, we had a substitute, and this one dude just went behind, had like, you know, them thick old science books, his bam, hit the teacher on the back of the head. She was out for like at least 2 minutes, bro. And then like she ended up coming.
I'm trying not to.
But that's the shit that happened. Like she came in, like she was literally like trying to teach the play. Like I weren't listening, but I wasn't, you know, disruptive. But this dude really got the book. Was like, boom, and she. Boom, fell to the floor, and it was just
I'd have
like,
left out the class like, man, y'all need to get in there.
And that's
Yeah, this
what
is what
those situations, like them kind of.
but that's what happens though. Like,
I see the word, like you said, you see the words.
and it's like,
You're like,
And that's where I'd be like, with these teachers, again, I know we don't want them to do that, of course. But I'd be like, no, I get it. Like I said, with my kid, if my kid is that kid, you go put your hands on the teacher. You can't put your hands on my kid. That's just what it is. I'm going to whoop your ass, and I'm going to whoop my kid ass too. Like, yo, I know she was wrong for hitting you, but your dumb ass was wrong too. Come on.
and I think that's
You
what
know what
Nicole
I'm
was
saying?
saying on that part too. Like, you know what? I'll take care of it there because you know what? Care about your check. Like, I'm like, you know what? I ain't gonna lie, you in my class,
That check
and that's
ain't
what I'm
right.
saying. You know? So I'll be like, if I saw somebody in my class, and they be like, Mr. Johnson, you ain't shit, you a fucking pussy. I'm like, I'll go down and tell you, like, you know what? I ain't teach that class, but y'all ain't gonna let me do something because he get me fucked up. Yeah.
he fucked up.
I can't do this, man. I'm like, man, you know what? Just get out of here. Like, yeah, fuck you. Man, I see schools like The Principal. I mean, movies like The Principal, the gang was running the school, and the principal gets his ass whooped. I mean, you know, he's doing all this stuff, but I mean, yeah, I know we talked.
We done ran.
But I mean, I want to run through this last part quick because I want something I want to do for a couple of days before, you know, it's our last show, and I know y'all always stay with us and everything, so I appreciate y'all. But yeah, true. We're gonna go right into it. The 2019, man. Like I said, it's been a great year for us. You know, it ain't got to be in order. I know a couple of y'all got y'all list. If you got your list, this is great. It's like, Nicole, don't worry about it. You good to go.
No, I do deal with this.
No. That's what I said. You good to go.
Okay.
But it's about the top 10 most influential people of 2019 in your view.
Oh.
And for your point. I don't know if everybody got him on this list, but I did put. There's one person on my list that I did put, and we gonna go through this. I got Donald Trump.
I got him on
the list. I got him on the list
I got him on my
because
list too.
no matter what you say, this man is a huge influence, not only just in the United States, but in the world. And it's a crazy. Normally, the leader of the free world is very influential. But I mean, he gets to that point of polarizing for me. I don't know about the rest of y'all.
He's been polarized.
You know what I'm saying? You know. I mean, like
When we first discussed, I didn't think it was. I didn't include him. I'm thinking positivity.
Oh, I mean, it could be anything. But you know, you know what I'm saying? But you can say with
it makes sense.
Positivity too, because there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, you know, I think on a lot of stuff, it could be some aspect. I know people kind of like put him in just that one bag, but. I mean, for some people, he's positive. They're like, man, I'm with it. And I'm like, hey, there we go. I don't know what about anybody else. What your ones?
Everybody on my list is black.
Okay, let's go.
Black.
No.
Me?
Personally. Yeah, you black,
Fuck you.
Well, let's start with y'all 10. Who y'all got at number 10?
I didn't have a.
Oh, you ain't got me in order, but just give it
I just had. I threw Tyler Perry on there.
Tyler Perry.
I love that. The whole studio. I said that was amazing to me personally. LeBron James also put on there. The I Promise School.
My number one.
It was just huge to me. Not the parents, because if your home structure isn't right, no matter how good you are, it can still knock you off. Mm-hmm. So let's not just help the kid. Let's try to help their home structure also. I said, damn, that's just crazy. Byron Allen, with him getting the Weather Channel, that was huge. And him fighting against Comcast right now in the courtroom is another huge thing. I'm like, man, that's a big battle. And then my last one that I had was Lena Waithe. That seems cool, man. She's hitting them numbers, man, hitting the big screen, and she's gonna keep charting out those shows. Just think it's important for black people to see.
Yeah, you touched on a lot of the ones that, like I got LeBron as my number one. I got Trump in there. One person that I got Cardi B in there.
I got Cardi B on my
Cardi
list
B
too.
is most one of the influential people.
She is. That's so
Yeah,
weird.
I got Cardi, and it's just because of. I think
The hustle. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, and it's kind of like that perception, like, all right, just because I talk about this stuff, or you think I'm this person because of what I perceive, but I could be this other person too. Like, I am smart, I am innovative.
Well, I don't know about smart.
Yeah, she's smart.
I don't know about
You
that.
don't think she's smart?
No,
I think she got hustle out the world.
she does.
She got hustle, but I wouldn't say she's
I
smart,
wouldn't
but
say
she knows how to hustle.
She knows how to.
And I think
Which is smart.
She got street smart. She got definitely street hustle.
I think
She definitely-
two more I got is Jada Pickett.
Huh?
Jada Pickett.
Yeah,
With her red table talk and everything, and how she talks to people and reach out. I think she's very influential. I think for women that are in the upper echelons that want to come out and express how it feels to be them, whatever, to somebody at the caliber of Jada, Michelle Obama and Lil Nas X.
Yeah,
Man.
Lil Nas was pretty.
Lil Nas X.
He had a year, didn't he?
When you come out gay and still sell, that's pretty big.
What's his
Especially
longest running
Rap country.
single of all time?
Yeah.
Number one.
He's in
Yeah.
this.
There we go.
Will there be a second? Is the question.
No.
Not like that. He had a couple of cool little songs, but like as big as that one,
Yeah,
no.
that's hard.
Yeah.
That was unexpected. That was like
That's hard as hell.
the left hook no one saw coming. Like, bam.
Yeah, but the question is now that he made his announcement that he did, will there even be something
Yes.
10th as successful?
Oh yeah.
You
Okay,
think so?
for sure. He's had songs that are still charting like crazy. He's popular. He's popular culture. White people love him. You gotta get white people, especially if you're in music. You get white
That's
people
key.
you rolling.
they buy.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I mean,
Concerts,
yeah.
music.
Got it.
I feel disrespected.
Hey.
Second time.
I'm just saying.
Hey, he kind of said it in the way I was like, "Fuck you." Ain't like,
No, but
you
that's-
said they buy.
Fuck you, but you're right.
Hey man, what's up with your list, man?
Alright, I'm just saying.
Wall.
So yeah,
I thought
one of the ones that I really I can't stand, but I gotta put him on this list. I fucking hate her, but alright, I'm gonna withdraw the word hate. Strongly disdain is fucking Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah.
Fucking cannot stand her.
Who was that?
Newly
She's
appointed to Congress, man.
She's that freshman senator from New York that she's running around just constantly just
Running her
talking
fucking
shit.
mouth.
Has no fucking idea what the hell she's talking about. But she has a huge cult following. Huge. Basically, if she can give the whole world away for free, she would. She would. Just you have to pay for it. Right? But the fact is she goes real heavy after the college demographic of, yeah, you want to go rack up a massive college debt? Great. We'll make sure that it's free later, because everybody else that worked hard and was successful, they're gonna fucking pay for it. And she's just going heavy with that whole mantra of, everybody else that's paying taxes today can afford to pay more because the future is what's gonna pay for us later on. And younger generations absolutely eat that shit up, right?
Of course.
I know.
It's all beneficial in
Something
your
for
life.
nothing.
course,
Yeah, something
of
for
course,
nothing.
of
Who
course.
can beat
But the
that?
fact is for people that worked hard and actually went to school, took out loans, paid those loans off and stuff like that, and
People
still
pay
pay-
loans off?
Still
Yeah,
paying on
and
shit.
shit. And I paid my loans off because I lived the ramen
as hell.
special for years
Yeah.
to make sure that I could, right? And I didn't get married, and I lived responsibly until I could.
You did the single life until you were.
Until I was
So
debt
your
free
hell no
from
should have
that.
been hell yeah.
No, until I was ready. Until I was ready.
I'm just
You
saying.
gotta
man.
love Jordan. Jordan don't
I'm
forget
just
shit
saying.
there.
All
Yeah.
right, I'm just saying that was one of mine. The other one that and the thing is this person is influential but didn't say shit. except for one day, was people were all
It
like,
still is.
I know, but people are like, oh, the Mueller report this, the Mueller report that. Oh, it's gonna sink him for sure. Everything's all tied to the Mueller report. And I'm like,
Teflon Don.
like seriously, the Teflon
Same
Don,
shit.
lived on, and I'm just saying, man, you want to talk about influential, but literally never even opened his mouth for the longest time. And actually, it was funny is when he did, it was totally underwhelming. Like really,
As hell. I was
As
pissed
hell.
off watching that. I'm like,
that was nothing.
this is what I waited for.
Yeah, there was another one that was she was the I forget her name. Somebody else might know it, but she was the lesbian soccer player for the U.S. that she made a huge fucking stink because she wouldn't stand for the national anthem. Whatever her name was, but she was a Kaepernick 2.0. But
I don't know what you're talking about. I can't
But
think of
she
her name.
made a big thing and drew a lot of public attention for it. But
I didn't got her down, but I have the whole U.S. women's soccer team down.
yeah, because the one that I
That's on
had
my list.
was the good chick, the chick, Alex Morgan.
They had, I mean, they had a
Alex Morgan
fucking.
was
I
incredible.
mean, they had a fucking awesome.
They were amazing.
I even put Colin Kaepernick in mine. Colin Kaepernick is a big one too.
You had anybody else on your list, man?
Now I'm just curious. Influential this year?
Yeah.
This year you still say? Not
College?
No, I don't.
Colin?
Colin, no. Colin. on my
Because
list.
last year I would argue yes. This
Nike
year
deal was this year, right?
Nike deal was this year.
Yeah, that
Early
was
this
huge.
year.
Yeah, like
It
February.
just seems
it
so late.
seemed so long ago that I
Then-
thought it was last year.
Yeah, it was this year.
Now, I mean, with mine, I have Jay-Z. I think he made big power move with the NFL. I thought that was really big. And the fact that he's probably going to be the first rapper, I think he might be already the first rapper to hit the 1 billion mark.
No, here.
Yeah,
You already had
So,
it. Yeah.
I mean, business. I mean, I give him respect. Say whatever you want about him, but the man. I mean, you got a lot of guys that came before him. The biggest thing I heard people say about him is that, you know, he's the guy in 300 that got sent back because his eye was hurt, while everybody else died off. But I'm like, hey, it is what it is. I mean, he made a move. Like I said, U.S. women's soccer team had a big, huge year. I felt horrible for him because I'm like, you chicks should be making 10 times as much as the man.
No, for sure.
Y'all ain't done nothing but win. And but
And
yeah,
had all the eyes on it.
Yeah.
The market was there. So.
I'm like,
The market was there. They brought in the viewers.
Mhm.
They
That's
had
it.
the whole thing cornered. They got the performance, got the audience. They should make the money.
We discussed that, when it first came out. And like we both said, if you got the market,
there you
Bam!
go. Yep, do it.
if you don't got the market and
You can't
nobody's
do it.
watching, you can't say nothing because
It's
you're
like
not
women's
performing.
hockey.
Like women's hockey
There's
or
women's
WNBA
hockey?
or like WNBA.
Is it?
If they
Like,
don't
what?
have the viewers, if you ain't selling out the stadium,
I'm sorry.
I can't pay you as much as the man because I'm gonna go bankrupt trying to do that for
Yeah,
you.
I don't care how
Where's the
good they
money
are in
coming
women's
from?
NBA.
I can't get blood for the water.
I've never been interested to watch women's NBA. I heard
Oh, then that bring me to the next woman.
Market.
The Serena Williams.
yeah.
I put Serena Williams on
Serena
there.
Williams is
I think that she continually be dominant, even in her losing.
She's still great.
She has made it to two. That means 50%. No, actually, she out of the what is the four? She went to 3 of them this year. She went to the finals in 3 of them. Runner up.
it's still must watch TV
It's like-
if you like tennis.
Serena, it's
It's
just
like that.
incredible. I don't care what nobody say. And I remember we had an argument before, we had this list before, and I told people, I think Serena Williams is going to go down in history at least in the top 3 of the greatest athletes
Of all
ever
time.
to step on face of earth. Period.
Shit.
Period.
Consistency.
That's men or women. Period.
You can't.
And you can make the argument for her to be first. Because her domination in tennis, and it didn't happen until after she was 30. She didn't get dominant till after 30. Where most people going, ooh, she was just dominant. So,
Although if you weren't watching it and you just were listening to it, you would have swore it was men's tennis. Man, when she hits the ball, she goes.
here we go. See
But
that
when
deal.
Sharapova plays, it's like sex. She's like,
What the fuck?
I'm just saying, there's a difference of who I'd rather watch.
Serena built like Randy. So.
Man, she is though, man. Yeah, but like when she serves and they show the clock, it's like, holy shit,
It's
man.
no joke, man. She
is
joke.
awesome. She's awesome to watch.
I've
man.
never seen her workout routine or anything, but I know
So
she's
she got a
in
regimen
there.
because they ain't nothing
is
muscles.
awesome.
That thing is
Real.
cut. Like, it's
And
no
then,
joke.
like I said, I got Trump on there.
Her husband.
I got Donald Trump on there. Like I said, I think he
Be
just.
careful.
I think he gonna consistently be on there.
Like, he about
for
to
good
win
reason.
next year too, man.
Yeah, and I'm telling people they don't believe me, but I'm like, I think he gonna pull it off.
It's not a thing. He's winning.
And now my number one most influential person gonna surprise everybody, but it's Jeff Bezos. God damn.
Amazon.
Oh,
CEO, yeah.
I'm sorry. That man doing this thing.
You know
I mean,
who else,
he just took this step back a little bit. You know, this year's list coming up. You know, what's his name just came a little bit over, but my man Bill Gates, he got back into
No,
it.
that's because he had to give away
that's-
half
I mean,
his
but
wealth.
yeah,
that's my favorite thing.
Like,
You
that's
know,
the
the
big
richest
shit.
He gave
woman in
half.
the world, the richest woman in the world is Jeff Bezos'
Why?
ex-wife.
Come on, man.
Right?
I mean-
and how did she become so?
Next year.
And can I say, he a G for real though.
Oh yeah.
Gee, shit, man.
He didn't have. There was no qualms about it. He said, "Yeah, she was with me when I started this."
Real, and no
That's
joke,
it.
no joking. I'm like, yo,
That's it.
she have, because I want my young girl,
I said,
and he got it. He probably not like, yo,
yeah,
I
and she
did it.
got her due. He was like, "We
Take the
both
money,
good."
you earn
He's
it, half the
smooth.
money.
I'm gonna make that money back no time.
Okay, look at these. I said, but still,
I'm just saying.
anybody,
That's some G
you know what I'm
shit,
saying?
Anybody else will be
Oh.
sick.
Especially he said,
Give it to her. She found out
"No
nothing else to
issues." I
say.
said, "Damn, boy."
I ain't
The
got-
next one, he wrote a prenup.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
please.
I'm just saying.
But
But
she
you know
built-
who else
she
was on
built
my
it with
list
me.
though
She was
for the
with me.
same reason? Was Zuckerberg. Right? I hate Mark Zuckerberg, but he was on the list influential wise because, man, you talking about all the privacy stuff that made like real headwinds this year for Senate trials and stuff like that, and really one of the funniest things was it exposed how stupid like the Senate is when it comes to like how privacy works and stuff like that. So you mean when I'm on the Facebook thing, do I touch the internet?
All these old people.
You know,
like,
I know.
Yeah, of
And
course.
these are the people that are really going to try to regulate
young
this.
people, though, you don't know.
I know.
If you're not diving in to it, you don't know.
Yeah. So how are you going to be in a position to try to control or regulate?
Don't say you want privacy when you put everything you got out there.
Really? I mean, come on now.
I want privacy, but I want to do everything else like that.
Even if you don't put it out there, it's out there.
It's out there, you know what I'm
It
saying?
don't matter. That shit.
If you
is
got
crazy.
phones, privacy left when cell phones were invented.
Yeah, I think that's the funniest thing. You know when you go on a web page and it says, "We use cookies. Do you want to share?" Or
Yeah.
no? No.
You know what's the funniest thing? I realized how bad privacy was when I went to search on something. Like, let's say I went to eBay. Then I went down my Facebook page and something like,
eBay.
"Here's some things." I'm like, wow, how did you just know? Like,
It's the
yeah, I do want that.
it's the devil. I'm telling you, it's some demonic
Yeah,
force.
I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. For a long time I did, but I didn't. I'm like, I was just on that.
Yep.
I was getting on here. I'm
I
like,
want you to buy it. Them ads joints.
yeah, I'm getting
Listen.
on. Boom.
It's so crazy. If you stay on something a little longer here, if you forget Facebook, if I go to another web browser, it'll pop up as an ad, and you know, on the pop-up, I'm like, yo, I said, did you guys hear about the dude who hacked the ring?
Yeah. And was talking on that bad boy. Like, hey,
Yeah,
little
yeah,
girl,
to
I'm
the
Santa
little girl.
Claus. I'm like,
Yeah.
And he played that song, Tiptoe. That's some scary shit. I said, yo, I don't got time.
The one guy
I
said,
my
"Look at me, I turned it around."
357, I would have shot that ring.
A ring!
Found in the church.
Oh man, because that was the something I did. Like, where they coming from? I'm right here in the devil. Like,
that song
unplug
he
this.
played.
Unplug this shit. No, I would have shot it. I'm like, don't touch
It's
that.
off of a scary movie. If you look at the ring thing,
I know. Watch
Here's-
the rain.
no, I'm saying
No, it's one of those
the
ring
doorbell.
units, the doorbell units.
Oh, yeah.
The
Yeah.
song he played, it's a scary song. They use it in scary movies. I haven't watched
Some
a
little
scary
girl
movie
was
since
like
06,
in her
bro.
room, like playing around, and some guy hacked into it and talked to her.
Oh yeah,
But she
and then
cried and
talk to
stuff
the mother too.
No, like, don't worry, I'm Santa Claus.
Scary ass shit, man.
Did you hear about that, bro?
Yeah.
Somebody tapped into the ring
I
bell
saw
doorbell
that.
and the camera, and he was able to see the little
They
girl
yeah.
and was
And
saying, "Hey, it's Santa Claus. I just want to play with you." I told people, first of all, if it can see you, it can the image can come back. So let's just stop all that nonsense, man.
Oh, they had it in the house. What in the room for?
No, like just keep it outside.
Yeah, he had a camera. What in every part?
I
of
remember
the
a guy
house.
was talking to me on this ring doorbell. I rang his bell like, "Hey, I'm here to your repair. Hey, man, I'm gonna be there for 30 minutes."
Man, I'd show him my butthole. If he's
Have a
gonna
good
watch
day.
me at the
You're supposed to be here
front
now. You have a good day, cocksucker. But you just, I mean, it's just, it is what it
He's
is.
gonna make you wait to sign a package on the front door
I'm
for
like, no,
30
sorry.
minutes.
I'm done.
I'll show him something.
Like I'm supposed to be trying to fix something. You out of here, but all of that, looking at the cold face getting tighter and tighter.
What am I face getting tired?
Cause you look tired.
Oh, tired?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that
Well, I've
face
been
get
up since
tired.
5 o'clock this morning, so you probably do see that.
But real
But
talk,
I ain't making no face though.
man. I know if y'all probably got something to say. Man, this like I said, last show of the year. Man, y'all. I mean, y'all have a wonderful holiday.
Y'all gave
Yeah,
us, man.
out, man. Again, thank y'all so much for everything, all y'all support, all y'all love this year. And like I said, we just go keep bringing it to y'all the same way that y'all doing before. And man, thank you again for coming. Thank you for being a man of your word, coming out, man. This man got to do some traveling back home. But I like Iron Dan Cole. Thank you again. Everything I do now. One thing I want to do. Hold on, I'll be back. Oh shit.
Oh, Lord. No, you can't be moving that quick.
I thought he about to take a shit or something.
I thought that's what he's doing.
Well, he ran out. He sure he ain't out the bathroom.
Trip with the
To a good, incredible cast that I got.
Oh, cool. Very
Man,
good.
this is job, man.
To this good, incredible cast that I got.
Oh,
And then I wanted to give y'all some, show my little bit of
Where you tell me
appreciation.
was doing that?
I want this shit.
I was about to do the same thing. Very nice.
My
Thank you,
parents said
Randy.
what came of that?
That's
May be
lovely.
wrong.
That's lovely.
I like that.
Yeah, when I saw them, I just thought about
Yeah,
these
thank
students.
you.
I thought about every single one of them. But real talk, man, I want to say thank y'all so much for
That's lovely.
being on this show, and
That's
you know, feeding into everything that we do here. I appreciate y'all. I know y'all give up y'all times. I know y'all give up some sleep, and I know y'all got personal lives, y'all. But I appreciate y'all so much. And like I said, we just gonna keep doing what we're gonna be doing. Just keep getting it better and better. The only thing I got to love say about at the end of this year is again just be incredibly grateful. Cherish everybody that you got in your life that's doing a good job for 2019, because we definitely ain't gonna see y'all, you know, at the end of the year. So have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrating. Great New Year, and we will see y'all. Probably it's gonna be the first episode of Power after that Wednesday after Power. So we'll see y'all like that'll be the 5th, so the 6th, 7th, 8th. January the 8th. That's when the next episode. January the 8th, Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Y'all gonna see a lot of new changes, but we just gonna keep everything same, raw, unfiltered, and just thank you. Yep, no condoms, just straight, raw, straight right to you.
With an invisible car.
But no,
No invisible condom.
but thank y'all so much, and we see y'all next year, man. Love y'all.
Jersey. Jersey.
Bitches ain't shit.
No.